Alrighty. All right, guys. Welcome to, well, I guess keeping up with the Thorps. Got to be keeping up with the Thorps here. I saw that they had a little bit of a debate about over Israel and Iran. Very topical, right? Very related, relatable, very current. I previewed a little bit of that, and I look forward to getting into it with you guys. Goal here tonight is pretty much just to chill. I can stream longer because I'm off tomorrow. And being that I'm off tomorrow, I am quite curious what we could do. I want to do something pretty cool, like a challenge of some sort. Maybe revisit something. Like what kind of challenge? Like instead of getting drunk off my butt like I do all the time, how about something that's a little healthy and also a little bit of humiliation? Something like eating a raw onion. What about eating raw garlic? Both these items have health benefits. There's something to explore. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the screen here. So this is Ben Thorpe and Hormaxer having a little bit of a debate over Israel and Iran. Now, I am pretty sure Hormaxer is pro-Israel. He is Jewish. Besides, I've already previewed this a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Hormaxer's consistent is all I could say.
It's quite frightening that Israeli gunships killed 1,200 Jews on October 7th. Is that your standpoint?
No.
Well, who killed the 1,200 Jews on October 7th?
A combination of Palestinians who broke out, freedom fighters who broke out of a concentration camp, and
what? I didn't realize that Ben was like pro Hamas. Like okay. I didn't realize Ben was like a Hassan guy. Okay.
Freedom fighters. Okay, Ben. Let's
perhaps the majority were
in 1948 when Israel was ready.
The Hannibal Directive.
Who declared war?
So Ben thinks there was a false flag operation on October 7th. Now I know some people have a theory, and you know with the small hats, there's always room for doubt there. You know. Okay. All right. I wish he would expand on why he thinks that.
On the Jewish state in 1948. How many Arab armies, Ben? Let's start it from the state of Israel.
I actually agree with your logic. I think the logic of Zionism, which has nothing to do with Judaism,
yes, it does.
Yes, it
does. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, because no way. I'll tell you what it is from a biblical standpoint, Ben, because you don't know everything, and I'm going to teach you tonight. See, Judaism.
Oh, Ben's going to be taught. Okay.
It means a chosen people Sure it does. It means a chosen people and a chosen land. That's according to the Bible. So henceforth, that would be Zionism, meaning a Jewish people and a Jewish land. That's right. Sure.
Zionism was a new idea that came about in the 19th century.
No, it's not. It's not Theodor Herzl, Ben. No, it's not. Zionism goes all the way back to the Bible. How would you argue, Ben? Sure it does.
I've heard different things on that. Okay. I couldn't tell you who's right or wrong on this. I really couldn't. I just want to watch them go at it. Okay. I want to watch them get heated. All right. Zionism. The term Zionism was first coined in 1890. Nathan Birnbaum. Okay. The Jewish return to their ancestral homeland. However, much deeper historical religious roots, predating the formal term by centuries. Okay.
Ben, how would you argue then the chosen people and the chosen land?
How would I argue what?
The Bible says Israel is to be for a chosen people and a chosen land, meaning the Jewish people.
Yeah. And it does.
The story of the Old Testament is the story of people called by God to follow him. It has nothing to do with
it says
modern, national,
even Islam,
romantic.
No.
But there were Jews. There were, okay.
You're coming from a standpoint of.
Can I tell you something something? Okay, so you're saying Theodor Herzl is not the founder of Zionism?
No, he's really not. Technically, no, he's not. He's a father of political Zionism, of a political movement, but he's not the founder of Zionism. That goes back to the Bible. The Bible is the founder of Zionism.
Okay, so God is the founder of Zionism?
If you want to put it that way, because it says a chosen people and a chosen land.
I thought you don't believe in God.
Well, I don't personally have to, but anybody that believes in the Bible and you claim you do, then have to go.
Yeah, Theodore is often credited as the founder of Zionism.
A second. So you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the Bible, and yet you're using it?
No. I personally don't, but I'm asking.
Okay, so then how would it be relevant to you?
It don't matter, Ben. You're coming from a biblical standpoint, so I'm coming from your argument. Your argument is saying that
I have a master's degree.
Yeah, but it's theology. Not working for you. It doesn't.
I have a master's degree. You can't touch me.
Doesn't matter. But
well,
Ben,
you don't know anything about the Bible.
Sure, I do, Ben. How about this one for you, Ben? Since I don't know anything, is Jesus a Jew or not?
It depends what you mean by Jew. In the sense
no. It doesn't mean, because I know you're going to try to get around it and try to be like coy. Was Jesus a Jewish rabbi or not? Did he call himself a Christian rabbi, a Goyim rabbi? What did he call himself?
Well, he wouldn't call himself a Christian. That wouldn't make any sense because that didn't exist then. He'd be like, yeah, you can say he's part Jewish, but also part God. I don't know how you would. How would you DNA test that? Okay. I guess part half ethically Jewish and the other half divine. I suppose. How does that work? Like, what is the ethnicity of God? Huh.
That's a tricky. He was not a Pharisee.
Okay, let me inform you. Jesus was a Jewish rabbi, Jewish with a capital J. Jesus would not know what a Christian is or a Catholic Christian from the 6th and 7th century.
Yeah, he didn't use that term. He didn't use that term. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you dislike what Jews do so much. And you think that
I don't dislike what it has nothing to do with Jews.
But you're making, which is asinine, that Israel killed their own people on October 7th, which makes you even more.
They didn't.
No, they didn't.
They didn't okay the Hannibal Directive.
No,
the Hannibal Directive. I don't. Is there any proof about the Hannibal Directive on October 7th? IDF ordered Hannibal directive on October 7th to prevent what? Hannibal Protocol, the name of a controversial procedure used by Israel Defense Forces to prevent the capture of Israeli soldiers by enemy forces. According to one version, it says that the kidnapping must be stopped by all means. It was introduced in 1986. But what about October 7th? Well, I have to subscribe to read this article, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. God's ethnicity is spirit. Okay. So half spirit, half Jew. Okay. All right. So I guess Ben believes that the IDF ordered Israel's to die on October 7th to prevent them from being captured. But yet they were captured. Yet there was hostages. Okay. All right. Didn't get them all.
Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, in case you don't know this, Ben, and killed and butchered 1,200 Jews and caused a beheading and burning people alive. And there's documented footage of it, and it's well known, and it's well out there. You can
propagandized.
I know, Ben, because there's people that like to deny the Holocaust too. And what I'd like to inform you, Ben, is that
we're supposed to believe that Jews, the Zionists, don't lie. They lie all the time.
I mean, okay, yeah. But would they say when Ben is saying propagandize, like certain things exaggerated, certain claims? Is he talking about like the 6 million number when it comes to the Holocaust?
Well, of course, according to you, Ben,
they're propagandists. They openly lie. There's a term. There's a term in Hebrew for what they do. I forget the name of it, but it's basically propaganda. And they got it from the Germans. They got it from the Germans.
So everybody gets to see how insane you are, Ben. So basically, the Jews killed the Jews on October 7th through the Hannibal directive.
Somewhat.
Okay, so they somewhat did.
We don't know because they covered it up.
The Jews.
We don't know what happened because they covered it up. So Ben doesn't show any proof of this or anything. He's just saying it happened. Okay, but we're not going to find it because they covered it up. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, all right. I guess checkmate there.
It covered up everything. The Holocaust never happened. October 7th, it was a
the Holocaust never happened. No,
and it's
that's not true. The Holocaust happened, and a new Holocaust is happening now in Gaza.
Well, who has it? Ben, do you know Hamas?
Oh, man, what the hell? I didn't realize that Ben was a free Palestine. What the world, dude? Okay, all right.
His directive and in their own charter says to kill Jews throughout the world.
I've never seen that.
Would you like to bring up the Hamas charter?
He hasn't seen that? Just about everyone's heard that. That's the charter thing, yeah. That's their plan. From the river to the sea. What does that mean? well, it means no Israel. That's what it means.
Bring it up for you.
I don't think it matters. I think that people can sometimes...
because facts doesn't matter. Facts wouldn't matter, says Mr. Theology Director. See, this is the travesty that people people even teach in school.
No.
The Hormaster got him there.
You've had your thing. You've done your thing. I don't care. I'm just saying that I agree that you can't have Zionism. Zionism movement isn't going to work unless you slaughter the people who are in the place that you want to take.
Okay,
I agree with you.
Who has done the slaughtering since 1948, Ben?
So I'm just saying, I agree. Lie about it, pretend you're not doing it, but exterminate.
So in the 1960s, or let's move it forward, Ben.
Well, you believe in that, don't you?
But I believe in exterminating people that want to kill you. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you believe in exterminating Palestinians, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I agree. Yeah. That's the logic of Zionism. Yeah. You need to.
all right. Let's get into this.
Palestinians, because hold on a minute. Hold on. Just let me say my point.
You don't understand. Hamas.
The only way Zionism is going to succeed is if you exterminate the Palestinians. Because if you only ethnically cleanse them, I'll just talk over you. No. We can talk. We can have a conversation. So let me talk. You got to do your propaganda.
No,
if you only ethnically, just hold on a minute.
Oh man, you know what? Hortmaxter right here is like so freaking triggered. He is so triggered by what Ben said there.
You only ethnically cleanse. I'll give you. You can talk for 10 minutes. If you only ethnically cleanse them and push them into Sinai, which I assume you recognize is what the Israelis want to do at this point, they're still going to fuck you over from Sinai, right? There's still going to be a threat that you need to exterminate from Sinai, and it keeps going and going. You need to wipe them all out. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, because from Sinai, they pose absolutely no threat, and they have no weaponry, and they'll be of no threat, and that's where they belong. Ben, what is a Palestinian?
Well, wait a second. Let me just respond to that briefly.
I was going to speak.
Just let me respond there briefly.
Is Hortmaxter going to win this one?
Has that been true in Lebanon? Are the Palestinians that were pushed into southern Lebanon not a threat, or are they a threat?
Who's in Lebanon, Ben? As far as I know, that's right. Now, what's in Hezbollah's charter?
Those are Palestinians. Okay, I'm asking you if you're a threat.
And what is?
I'm asking you if you're a threat.
What is in Lebanon? They can be if they have launchers and weapons. They are. Yes, they are.
They have a lot of missiles. They are a threat. Northern Israel has been evacuated.
Well, then they're going to have to get in line because Israel's probably going to bomb them too.
Well, Israel took out Nasrallah and killed him and decapitated.
Have the people moved back to northern Israel?
Yeah, but they're ineffective. There hadn't been a single missile coming from Hezbollah, so they've been very ineffective of that. Yes.
Okay.
So were they a threat about Iran?
Ben, what is?
You have to kill them all.
Ben,
kill them all. Right? Kill them all.
Ben, what is
man, woman, child? Ben, that's in the Bible too. Kill them all.
What is the history of the Palestinian people? Since you know so much.
They were part of the Ottoman Empire?
Part of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, now they claim that they're the ancient. Do you think the Palestinians are the ancient Philistines?
They don't claim that, nor are they. They're Arabs.
Where did they come from?
Other Arab areas that when
That's
the
right.
Arab conquest.
What does Arab stand for? Arabian Peninsula, modern day Saudi Arabia. They have no claim.
Okay, so that's his argument that they have no claim to the land there. All right.
And no biblical deed or no historic deed in the land of Israel. Are you aware of that?
Well, they've been there for centuries and centuries and centuries. So.
Yeah, so have the Jews, and they decided they want, and
there have been a small number of Jews there throughout the centuries.
No, Jews have always had the presence in Israel for 3,500 years, Ben.
A tiny presence.
Always a presence. I don't care if it was larger or smaller. See, Ben, what you don't get is...
So I don't really understand. You haven't responded to my point. You're going to... The idea of Zionism, if you're going to have a Jew... You agree it's a Jewish supremacist state, right?
Yes, I believe that Israel should remain...
a state in which the land is for the... the land and the law.
A Jewish supremacy. Okay. All right. So I think he's going to compare it to like some other supremacy, right? Hey, what's going on, Moon Soon? How's it going?
Laws are supremacist, a racial supremacy of Ashkenazi Jews, right? So, and other Jews too. Jews too. Okay, you're going to have to end up killing all of the Palestinians.
No, they don't
do that because they are never going to accept your supremacist claims.
No.
And you're going to say,
they can leave Israel.
I'm just saying that's the logic. No, and they're not going to leave their own country.
That's not their country.
You're going to have to kill them.
It's not.
You're going to have to. What they claim.
Well, they're going to be bulldozed and moved out of the way. They'll be carpet bombed and all that stuff. Hey, my stance on it is I don't think the U.S. should get involved. Let them figure it out, and there you have it. Okay, very very simple approach there, and let the Just let it be done. Got a moment title got my attention. This is Hormaxer and Ben going at it with over Israel and Iran. All right.
Wrongly, in your opinion. It doesn't matter what you think. You're going to have Zionism is going to have to exterminate
then why
all
don't
of
you,
the Palestinians.
why do you
Then
want
have to kill them all.
Hold on a second.
Wait, no.
I will answer that. Just let me finish this sentence. They will you'll need to exterminate all the Palestinians, but that's not going to be enough. You're going to need to exterminate all of the Arabs. Then you're going to have to. Okay, I get it. I get it. This is the Israeli propaganda.
Why do you buy into that term of Palestinian? Palestinians don't even exist. It's like, okay, all right, Hormaxer, whatever.
Then you're going to have to wipe out all of the neighboring countries that you've pissed off. Then you're going to have to wipe out the entire Muslim world, 1.2 billion people.
Egypt does not want to war with Israel.
They don't have to do that, Ben. Come on.
For 5 million or so people.
Ben,
but if 5 million people want to take on
great.
half of the world, good luck.
You're the one that keeps blathering. It ain't me, because you have no logic or reason.
I'll wait. You can talk all you want.
No, Egypt.
So Ben makes it seem like in order for Israel to be satisfied with their Zionistic ways, they have to eradicate every Muslim in the Middle East. That it's not about the land. It's not about the Gaza Strip. It's not about the beef that they have with the Palestinians. It's just every Muslim has to go. It almost sounds like Ben kind of has it backwards as far as like who wants to eradicate everyone just based on. But no, don't get me wrong. I know Israel doesn't give a damn about Muslims really, and yeah, I understand both sides do not like each other at all. for real. Yeah. Any thoughts on that, chat? Hey, Hurricane, how's it going?
Does not want a war with Israel. Saudi Arabia does not want a war with Israel. In fact, Saudi Arabia behind the scenes wants the Abraham Accords. Saudi Arabia is against Iran and behind the scenes hates Iran because they're deathly afraid of him. Israel is the only one in the world that has stepped up to
I've seen interviews where Saudi people, whatever, they talk about that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Iranian Islamo-Nazis and is getting rid of them. All your talk with your military might, and over here, Israel's the only one with balls to take care of them. And that's a fact. And as far as I'm concerned, Ben, as long as their charter of Khomeini and whoever group it is, Hamas, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, the Houthis in Yemen, or wherever they may be, as long as they want to kill Jews, yes, they can die. And they can die swiftly, and they should die, all of them. Period. End of story.
I think that is the logic. Yeah.
That's right. No, the logic is to kill your enemies. Just as any sane person had an enemy in the world, I'd hope you not sit back and let them slaughter you. We are not going to the excuse me. We are not going to the ovens, Ben. According to you, you claim
we're not going into the ovens, Ben. That is a good quote right there. We're not going into the ovens, Ben. T-shirt idea? Yeah.
Be a religious person, you worship a Jew, you worship a Jewish rabbi. If the Bible is true, it says a chosen people and a chosen lamb. That means after 2,000 years, the Jewish people have returned to Israel, making claims to the biblical claim. Yes.
No, they never made a biblical claim, and
sure it is. The whole Bible
Orthodox
is Jewish.
Jews did this.
The whole Bible is Jewish, Ben.
In many ways, yes. But it's not really about.
With you. You like to quote Paul, another fucking Jew. Shaul, Ben, say it. Sure. Shaul, the Jew. He doesn't know what Christianity was. He would look at you as a piece of filth.
That's not.
Well, he
true
probably looked
at
both of you guys like that.
He wouldn't like you, Ben. He would say,
"You think that? Look, you're making the best argument. You're making the best anti-Semitic argument. So you're saying the rest of the world." Oh, okay. Can I talk, or is the Jew gonna just talk over me like Jews do?
Ben. You know what, Ben? People that are envious of Jews are just in your predicament. They're brokies. They're losers. They live with clogged fucking shitters. See, Ben, that's why you lose. Go ahead.
This is why the little something that happened in the Second World
Oh, this is why the Holocaust happened, because the way the way Hormaxer was talking.
Go ahead.
This is why little something that happened in the Second World War happened because of people like you talking like this. If you want to repeat it, go ahead.
Go ahead. Bring it, baby, because know what? You're going to lose. Just like Iran got their ass. How does a country of 8 million Jews kick a country of 100 million? Yeah, so Israel is not winning the war currently. No, they're losing.
They're losing, yeah.
How has that been? I'd like to hear this.
And they're begging. They're begging for another.
If you're getting your chat blocked, YouTube has their own TOS or whatever. Yeah, I don't have any terms blocked, but just keep that in mind, especially on this topic here with Israel versus Iran. You might have to be creative. Same thing to Hurricane Pardo. Yeah, I heard what you said. Yeah, like, so if you say stuff in the chat like you want to off someone or delete someone from existence, if you want to kill someone, YouTube has its own stuff, like moderation, if you will. Okay, just you got to find a way to get around that. Yeah.
Another round of what you're talking about right there.
Really?
Yes,
so who's going to bring the new Holocaust, Ben? The Iranians?
Not me.
Okay, not you. You saying
if you behave like that, if a group of people, not you, you have no wealth and power. But if a group of people talk like you're talking,
yeah, I have more wealth and power than you, Ben.
Back it up,
Hormaxer. If you keep on mouthing off like that, we're gonna have to make your people disappear again. That's wild. Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm not putting you in an oven, and you're not going to
take it easy, Moon Son.
All right, that's fine. But you're saying, but who's going to?
Neither of us are in that position.
The
but
Germans tried.
People talk like you.
Okay, but the Germans lost.
They wiped 8 million.
We're tired of people like you. Okay. And 2,000 years of history of people like you. Now you're going to be put in your fucking place.
No, not doing that, Bruce.
Germans
no way.
Your place. You're going to learn your place.
You said that I could talk. You said that I could talk.
Yeah, and you have been talking,
so
Ben.
Shut the fuck up
you
for
have
a minute.
No idea.
Hey, Hormaxer, if you don't respect Ben, you're going to be holocausted again. Okay? It's just, you got to learn to respect him. Otherwise, your people will go to the ovens, according to Ben.
Shut your fucking kike mouth up for a minute. Shut your fucking kike mouth up for a minute.
Kick your fucking ass. Don't you ever, motherfucker.
Shut your fucking kike mouth up for a minute.
I will crap you out and your fucking daughter. Don't you ever fucking do it. Get the fuck out of here, you goyim filth. That's where you are. Hey, Ben, don't ever come here again. You lost, Ben. Go pray to the Jew. Go pray to the Jew. Yeah. Hey, Grace, anytime,
Man, Hormaxer got freaking pissed there. Okay. All right. It got fired up. Now we're getting into more my speed here. All right. They're fired up, going at each other. Hormaxer's pissed. I like this. Yeah. Yeah. Base Ben. Well, every now and then, Ben says something that, every now and then the clock is right. Even a broken clock. That's what I mean. Damn it. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. All right.
Anywhere, I'll take you and Ben on physically.
Oh, so now it's going to a physical fight. Hormaxer has lost this argument. Whenever you take it to a physical fight, you have lost. That's how that works. So now you want to take it to a physical fight. Okay. Well, you lost.
You want to get in the ring, Ben?
All right, tough guy.
If you arrange for me $2,000 Shabatoni, I'll get in the ring
that
tonight.
Mouth.
You ever open your mouth in front
Jewish
of me, I'll
tough guy over there.
I'll break you both in half. I'll get rid of both of you. You try me, Ben. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking brokey. You blew through $600,000. You ripped off your family with your fat fucking farting daughter.
Yeah, that's true.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
Get out of here. Yeah. Ben, anytime. You want to go? Come on. You want to go, big guy? Come on. You're a big guy. I'm just a little Jew.
Oh, round two. Round two. Oh, we're doing this again. Okay. I thought he was out of there. He's not out of there? Who mentioned the Nazis first? I want to say Ben did. In a way. The first time he referenced them was about like a certain group made your people disappear.
Proof.
Well, let's go. Well, prove that I just whoop your ass. Look at you, Grace. Look at you, you fucking loser. Look at you with a big dumb beach ball head. You know, you bet, Grace, you got Down syndrome. You know, look what he produced. Look.
Now, hold on, guys. Now, for tomorrow's challenge, there is a goal associated with it. There's a goal associated with it. Let people know. Okay. The goal. Let me think what the goal should be. It's not free, but it will happen. It is not free, but it will happen, and it will be raw. Absolutely raw. And I will bite into it, the whole thing, on camera. And tomorrow, I plan on doing a spicy panel. I have callers on. I want to talk about. I want to talk about racism. I want to talk about a slavery. Okay. I want to talk about how is it racist to bang a black chick because she's black, or is it racist, or is it more racist to not bang her because she's black? You know, which one's more racist? And then I want to watch a lot of content that's about I guess urban decay. I guess people call it urban decay. Eat a raw ghost pepper. I don't want to burn my asshole. I don't want to burn my asshole, man. Ooh, man. I'll be fired, dude.
Look what your father produced. Do you know, Grace, you pray to a Jew? Do you know that? Have you asked yourself the question? Have you asked your father a question while Israel exists?
Yes, that's true. That is true. Okay.
Come on, Ben. Let's get it on. If you want to call me a kike, Ben, call me a kike to my face. Let's do it now.
Pause. All right, I paused, Hurricane. What's going on? No, there is a slight delay. What am I pausing for? Oy vey, that's right. I figured there should be an appropriate goal for such a task. If you want me to eat a ghost pepper, that will be an even more expensive goal. I think Warrior of Squire of Shire was trying to spell kick. Good job. Because I don't want to burn my hole. Yeah, I don't want to burn my asshole eating the ghost pepper. Hormaxer isn't an ancestor to Jesus? No. But what if he is? What if Hormaxer is the second coming? We just don't know it.
Why? No, because you wouldn't be quiet.
I would kick your fucking ass and you know it. I would break you and fucking
And what
half.
would that prove?
You're the one.
It'll prove you're a bitch. It'll prove that he's a big, tough guy and he beats you. That's what it proves. Ugh.
That wants to have the big mouth.
No, you wouldn't. You're being rude. Look,
No,
I don't think there's that much of a.
You are saying that there's a people that are going to come to kill
You're
the
keeping
Jews.
talking
I like
over
to know,
me.
Iran has come to kill the Jews. They've saved it for 40 years, Ben. Who is the people that are going to eradicate the Jews?
No, okay. So this I think we agree on. Although you say I don't think 6 million were killed in the Holocaust. I think it was more like 8 million.
Oh, come on! What? Now you just increased the number? Just increased the number by 2 million? What? That's a little bit more ridiculous, Ben. I mean, there's a certain someone that tried to mathematically show that it is quite an insane task to have that many ovens and showers going all at the same time for that duration of time. Anyway, let's just say it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was very bad. Is calling him a rude kike? I mean, kick, kite. He's calling him a rude kite when a fly kite. That's what I said, YouTube.
And I do think it was largely Germans who did that. Now, you're saying that happened, right? So I'm saying, well, you should examine why that happened, why there was so much resentment against those people.
Because there was a people that were dysgenic and disgusting and filth of the world that needed a scapegoat. Hitler was envious of the Jews. He was
the same language Hitler used against the Jews.
He was
literally the same.
He was told by superior Jews that he was inferior painter.
Wait. Hitler was pissed because the Jews said he was a bad painter?
Literally the same.
He was told by superior Jews that he was inferior painter, which he
Okay. So Hitler was pissed off at the Jews because they said he was a bad painter. What? That's freaking wild. Okay. Oh, Hitler, your painting sucks. That's so stupid.
He was, and many different reasons.
True.
Germany needed their scapegoat. Germany has lost the war. In fact, Germany lost 2 world wars, Ben. How did that work for them?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, it sucked for them because they lost. It sucks to lose. He's actually right. Wait, is that really the reason? Shut up. Don't tell me that's actually the reason. It'd be like, damn. Hitler did all that. Fucking with the world domination. For the German people over as being caught at bad painting. Hitler had beautiful paintings, but the Jews kept them down.
Well, how did it work for the Jewish people?
Well, the Jews are doing just fine in Israel, Ben. Your claim they're losing, but my claim is
how did they do after the Second World War? Are you saying that was a great win for them?
Oh, well, absolutely not. But we're assuring that it never. Israel is there to assure that never happens again.
You might want to examine why it happened in the first place.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to repeat itself. You keep on acting out, they're going to come after you. Okay.
Like you and your typical.
But if you don't want to, if you don't want to learn lessons of history, then you're fated to experiencing them again.
No,
isn't that true?
Okay. Who is going to come? Because Iran's getting their ass kicked right now. Ayatollah Khamenei.
Yeah. Despite what you might think about the small tribe, I will say on YouTube, I love Israel. Greatest ally ever. I love the Jews. I love them all. I love them. With that said, unless Iran actually has a nuke, I don't know if they have a chance. I don't know if they have a chance, dude. because you got like the Israel and America team up there, and oh boy, hopefully it's not long and dragged out. Great, another freaking war. Amazing.
He's in the bunker. You support the Islamic Revolution.
I have no take on the Islamic Revolution.
Sure you do, because if you like and if you want, and their charter is to kill all Jews, and they've been saying it for 46 years, Ben.
I don't understand. Well, I think we agree with each other.
No, we don't.
All I'm saying is that Zionism is an idea that Jews are racially superior to other people. You agree?
Yes,
correct?
I'm racially definitely.
No buts. A warrior of the Shia does not like butts. He's a breast man.
Superior to you.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
I think because of the nature of that other peoples, whether they're Palestinian, whatever you want to call them, Arabs who live there, whatever you want to call them,
Yes.
are not going to accept that. No people are going to accept that and be
Well,
okay
Grace,
with that.
Don't
Yeah, that
sneeze
is
on
what
stream.
Have to wipe them all out.
No,
That's the logic of
excuse me.
Zionism.
No. You have it all
Eeny,
wrong.
meeny, miny.
forgot-
So
you
I don't see where you have a
forgot
problem with that. We
many-
agree.
No.
You think
Don't
little
agree. No.
Palestinian kids
No.
are just future terrorists
Hey,
and they
Ben,
should be
shut up.
killed.
Ben, the power.
well, they're gonna be moved. They're gonna be moved one way or the other. I mean, what are you gonna do to stop them? Nothing's gonna stop it. You can't stop it. What? You gotta wave your Free Palestine flag? Pfft, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Anyway,
I think the logic is. I understand the logic.
You don't stop. No. The Palestinians were offered their own states many times. The Oslo Accords is the
But
most
why don't you
recent
just
thing.
address what I'm saying?
No,
Where am I wrong? We agree on point one.
No,
We agree on point one.
No.
Is that
You're
correct?
trying to go off or anything that the Palestinians. You know, Israel left Gaza in 2005 and disengaged.
This is just propaganda. I'm just saying.
What's that?
We
Propaganda?
agree.
How is that
We agree.
propaganda? How is
We
that
agree.
propaganda? So Israel didn't disengage from Gaza in 2005. That's propaganda.
Look, you said you agree that Zionism is the idea that Jews are racially superior to other
To
people.
people like you, yes.
oh, Jews' racial superiority. Here we go.
Okay, other non-Jews, right?
Well, people like you and your daughter, definitely, yes.
The Jewish master race.
Non-Jews, right?
Well, it depends on, there's a lot of non-Jews that support Israel. For instance, unlike you, evangelical Christians are big supporters of the Jewish people and the state of Israel, predominantly. So I'm all
Yeah, and that's
for that.
annoying too.
But the
People
state
like
of Israel does not like give them pride of place. It gives Jews pride of place, correct? Because they're racially superior.
Well, if you do, when you say superior, Ben, do you want to make the argument from IQ? Because if you want to go from IQ level, then I would have to answer, yes, that's a fact that Jews are more likely to have.
Well, I don't have a counter argument to that one. I have to agree with Horvax right here. If you stumble upon a very low IQ dumb Jew, that's unfortunate. If you have a lawyer or an accountant, you kind of want them to be Jewish, right? You kind of want them to be a Jew and very Jew.
More geniuses and more people because they're less
Okay,
than
so
1%.
what's the controversy? You agree that and you're a
I
Zionist,
definitely
I'm not,
think-
but we both agree that Zionism is the
I
idea that
definitely
Jews
think
are
that
racially
Jews should get-
superior to other
I
people.
definitely think that the Jewish people should get rid of people like you and people that think like you, because if they had their way, they would like to perpetrate another Holocaust.
I agree.
Yeah, of
I
course
agree.
you agree that. And I agree
You
with
think
you.
that
I
Zionists
agree.
Hey, they're just defending themselves. They bomb other people in the name of defense. They're just defending themselves. That's all they're doing. I guess. I guess the logic there. We were defending ourselves. That's what I think. I think Andy Worski. Oh, I remember seeing a clip. Oh man, I really wanted to watch it. We'll watch it after this.
think
Is
that
that right?
non-Zionists
I want
are
to
their
get rid of
enemies. That's right.
The
Okay, I
people that
agree.
want- You would love to see Israel disappear tomorrow, Ben, and I'm here to tell you the state of Israel is not going anywhere. We are God's chosen people. We are God's chosen people according to the Bible.
Racially, because you don't even believe in God, but you believe you're the universe.
I'm talking scripture, though, Ben. I'm talking scripture here. You're talking from a place of scripture. So
but you don't believe in scripture, so you are a racialist.
But either do you, Ben, because if you did believe in scripture, you would say, well, the Jewish people have to have their Jewish home, for whatever reason. Sure.
No people believed that who studied scripture, including.
Well, hold on. There are some people who study scripture who do believe that, and that's the evangelicals. Okay, the Christians that believe when the Jews go to their homeland and all that stuff, there would be a second coming and all that. And there's some crazy ideas that get wildly insane.
Jews and Christians until the 19th century.
So where does the Bible say that the land of Israel does not belong to the Jews anymore? Where it belongs to the Catholics or something? Where does it say it? Anywhere? And show me one.
It says it on page 1. Have you not read the Bible? Page 1. Israel doesn't belong to the Jews anymore. God's pissed. I don't know. It doesn't say that anywhere. But it does. It did say several times that God got pissed off at the Jews because they kept on fucking up. So maybe he just gave up on them.
Fine.
It is generally understood by Christians that the Jewish religion was destroyed when the temple was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD.
But yet the Jewish people exist.
Jews also saw, as they had always in the past, when something historical along that line, along those lines happened, that they had been cast out by God, and they had the hope that the Messiah would come and return them to the nation, but they never had an idea that a bunch of communists who were atheists would do that.
Okay, but whatever they were, the Haganah.
It was a new idea. They got it from the Germans. They got it from the Germans.
But the fact is that
we will make our own superior race. Not our superior race, but yeah, I could see that. They were inspired by the Germans. Of course. The idea of a country solely really for Israel. I mean, solely for Jews. It's like something. It's like if you try to say like you want America for only for white Christians, people say you are a lot of labels, right? Absolutely, but they are allowed to have their own place because bad things happen to them, or because biblical. Interesting. That's a dangerous topic. Jews built the transgender industrial complex. Yeah.
Israel is there today, and the Israel is more stronger than ever. So how?
And Jews are behind pornography. Look at that. Which that is a weapon in itself. Okay. All right. Anyway.
That placate your religion, because as far as I know, the Catholic Church once said that they were the new Israel.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're not, are they, Ben? They're not. The Jewish people exist. The Jewish people are thriving.
Not what was meant. That's not.
And the Jewish people are defeating their enemy currently as we speak, Ben. Now I know you don't believe that, but let me give you some facts, Ben. 12 nuclear scientists, Iranian, have been eliminated. The upper echelon of the IRGC, every single general eliminated by the IDF.
Dude, they just eliminated someone today who had the job like for 4 days. Like, the thing is, like, I'm kind of, the way things are playing out right now, and hopefully it stays like this. I don't know if this is really going to be like a long-term conflict. Like, it seems like the leaders are just being taken out left and right. And when they get replaced, they get taken out again. Like, Watching this play out, it's like, well, I think I know who's going to win this. I think I know who's going to win. I mean, yeah.
Ayatollah Khomeini right now, Khomeini is hiding in a bunker somewhere. He will be eliminated in the next 48 hours. The ballistic missiles and the launchers, about 70% of them have been destroyed. The nuclear facilities in Iran, which was used to destroy the state of Israel, is now unoperational, and the Fordo plant will be destroyed. That is almost a mile underground. Now, Grace, you seem to like to smile at that.
Can I ask you something?
Grace, how does it feel to worship a Jew? Cunt.
Oh,
a Jew cunt.
It feels great.
That's right, because
you're a Jew cunt. You're a Jew cunt.
You worship a Jew, Grace. You know that? Your father
You're a Jew cunt.
told you. Your father
he keeps on repeating Jew cunt. Jew cunt. You're a Jew cunt. That's good. Oh, man. That American tobacco hit pretty hard. Okay, good.
He told you everything about the Bible. Now has he? He hasn't told you.
You're only half Jewish anyway. How does that work?
How does that work? Well, I'm addressing Grace. He hasn't.
You have an inner conflict. You have a partition plan. You have peace treaties between half of you and the other half of you.
And you really have no place to talk. You are destitute.
Why do I not
that's
identify
true.
as an
He
Italian?
is.
You're destitute. I like the Italian people. I do. I mean, should I go to Italy?
The Italians are not into Zionism at all.
Well, I don't care. See, I identify as a Jew, and rabbinically, I'm Jewish because my mother was Jewish. So there's that.
Is there like a war in his body? It's like he's constantly at odds with himself.
Answer for you, Ben. Now, I'm just curious.
Well, what makes you a Jew? What makes you a Jew?
Well, technically, rabbinically, for 2,000 years, you have to be, your Judaism is passed on through the mother.
Well, how can you prove whether your mother?
My DNA.
Yeah, your mom's probably just lying, bitch.
I have DNA tests.
DNA doesn't mean that at all. Do you know that
DNA doesn't even mean that? Okay.
Vast majority of people in South America have Jewish blood, like 2 or 3%.
Yeah,
2 or 3%. That's not even that important. 2 or 3%. Like that's not even anything. Okay. There's a lot of people who have like 2% black in them. Okay, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but
none of them identify as Jewish.
Would you like me to pull up? I don't care what they identify.
Do you know who would have been really into DNA? Hitler.
Okay, I was not expecting that. You know who would really be into DNA? Hitler. Therefore, DNA is bad. DNA is evil, bad guy in World War II, Nazi science. Okay. Wow. I would like to see that presented in future court cases for criminal trials. But like, Your Honor, I do not want DNA. DNA is a Nazi invention. That's not even.
Do you know who would have been really into DNA? Hitler.
Yeah, but
blood racialism.
No,
it's discredited. It's a discredited theory.
Yeah, but
you're mostly Eastern European on your Jewish side. You're mostly Eastern European. Yeah, minority Jewish.
Ben, what you have a problem with, and your big problem is that
you're mostly Italian, Eastern European with a little bit of Jewish blood.
Well,
why don't you just renounce it? It sucks.
No, Ben. What you need to renounce, Grace. How does it feel to have such a loser for a father? How does it really feel? Because Grace, you're on your
loaded question.
You're so cooked, Grace. Your life is over.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, and into the chat, yeah, some missiles are getting through. Yeah, some missiles are indeed getting through, and that's the last I heard. The Iron Dome is failing them.
That
Why
would
don't you just
say-
renounce it? It sucks.
No, Ben. What you need to renounce, Grace. How does it feel to have such a loser for a father? How does it really feel? Because Grace,
I like how Ben laughs like that because he knows it's true.
such a loser for a father.
It's like a crazy laugh.
How does it really feel? Because Grace, you're
I feel like
on your
that's a
way.
loaded question.
You're so cooked, Grace. Your life is over. You have chosen wrong. I have no sympathy for you, Grace. Really, you might.
Can I ask you a question?
You'll be roping
get
in
it,
a
we
few
get it.
years.
You're funny guy. You're funny guy.
I mean,
Can I just ask you a question? Just like, okay, would you say it's
Oh, wait, Anna said that? Oh, that's kind of based. Oh, that's pretty that's that's pretty good. Pierce, I'm gonna just show you right now. I don't give a fuck about the Holocaust. Yeah, she's hot too. That's the thing. Yep. Chink he has to have had a piece. He has to. Anyway, moving on.
wrong to characterize the Zionist project as creating a safe haven for the Jewish people, as
No, not at
defined
all.
racially? That's
No.
not what it was?
No, he's saying that.
No,
is-
I'm saying I
that's
agree
correct.
with it.
Oh, okay. So
Mhm.
if you look at the missiles raining down on Tel Aviv and you
Mhm.
look at where other Jewish people live, like New York, LA,
Right.
you
Okay.
in Vegas, Paris, right? How's that project going?
Well, there's currently 8 million Jews in Israel, and outside of Israel, there's
No.
about 6 million.
No, I think there's there's 8 million Israelis, but 2 million of them are Arab, I think. So
That's
5
right.
or 6.
That's right. There's 8 million Jews and about 2 million Arabs.
So the total population of Israel is 10 million? I don't think so.
Mhm.
Is that right, Grace? Can you check that?
Yeah, I'm check.
Maybe you might be right.
Yeah, because there's 2 million Arabs there for your apartheid state,
Seems kind of weird to get hung up on these numbers, but okay.
which Arabs are in the Knesset. I would never allow them in the Knesset, by the way. I'm fully in favor of them not being a part of the Knesset or any way in Jewish life. And I would offer them the ones that, there are Arabs.
Damn, I didn't realize Hormacks were such a racial supremacist when it comes to the Arabs. He does not like Arabs at all. Wow.
Arabs there that don't want to live in Arab lands. And they like living in Israel, and they like living with Jews.
I'll answer that question so far, Mackenzie. Based on what I've seen so far, I saw Hormaxer throw out Ben, which is a W for Ben, because he threw Ben out at the debate, and then started saying, "Oh, I want to fight you. I could fight you in real life." Okay, all right. But we'll see what happens with round 2.
And the people, and those Arabs are fine to me. I
There are
have no
7 million Jews in Israel.
Okay, so 7 million Jews and 2 million Arabs.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But of course, you're not
And the
counting the
country is
people in
under-
the
So you have a
occupied
country with 7
territories.
million. Yeah,
you're
there's
not
no
counting the people in the
occupied-
occupied territories
But they-
as
it
part of
doesn't matter.
Israel.
Well, no, it does, because Judea and Samaria, that's not the West Bank, by the way, Ben. It's called Judea and Samaria.
Okay,
Those
is
are
it
the-
part of Israel or not?
Yes,
Okay, so then you have to count another 5 million of those
that's
people.
fine. They should feel
Okay,
no
so you have
shame over
15
having.
million people, roughly
Well,
split.
a lot of those are Arabs, though. In Judea,
Right, you
and
gotta count
Samaria,
the number
some of
right.
them are Arabs. I
Right.
want them
The
expelled.
vast majority are Arabs, and
Yeah,
you're going
that's
to
right.
have to
That's right.
kill them to do what
Well, they'll leave on
Zionism
their own
wants to
accord.
do.
They're going to leave the
To make a pure Jewish land for the Jews, a new world for the Jewish people, like that.
ones that are terrorists are going to leave on their own accord. They have no future.
Where are they going to leave to?
They can leave to Jordan. They can go to eat. But why, Ben?
Okay.
If
What
these
are they going to be
people
doing in Jordan
oh,
except
okay.
causing problems, right?
Well, they already did that. That's why Jordan wants nothing to do with them. But that's their problem, because all these
Jordan-
Arab countries seem to want to talk about their brothers and sisters, but yet they close the borders to them, showing you how
Oh, that is true. It's funny how the other Muslim countries or Arab countries don't seem to want to take them in. And it's like, yeah, we don't want them, you know. See, a lot of the countries, especially Saudi, they want to modernize. You know, they're willing to play and make deals with Israel, but Iran not so much.
Dangerous these people are. Egypt doesn't open the Rafah crossing to them. There's a reason why their borders remain closed. Saudi Arabia doesn't take them. Qatar doesn't take them. Right. They don't want them because they're dangerous people. And unfortunately, Israel has to deal with them.
But they also don't want to facilitate ethnic cleansing because they don't think.
Well, the only ones that want to ethnic cleanse came across on October 7th, massacring babies, putting them in ovens, chopping their heads off, beheading them.
They put babies in ovens?
So was the Nakba a form of ethnic cleansing or not?
Well, the Arab world declared war on Israel in 1948.
Wait, was it or not? Was it an ethnic cleansing?
Oh, absolutely. Well, how would it be ethnic cleansing when the Jews were defending them?
Yeah, that's true, Mackenzie. Yeah. Once you do that, once you have a terrorist organization running your government, it's pretty much no good.
Because they drove Palestinians. Let me answer. Let me answer.
It's not their land.
In the Nakba.
What's your country? Then what's your country?
In the Nakba.
No, Ben. You're wrong.
I can't do it.
They have 20.
In the Nakba, you can scream and yell.
No, you're a moron. Hey, Grace, your father thinks October 7th is a Zionist invention. Do you know that?
Invention?
He thinks that the Jews attacked themselves.
It's a false flag. It's all psyop. It was actually Jews on those gliders. I've heard a theory, or I remember hearing some things about like how, like Israel knew it was going to happen, but they just let it happen, and they purposefully had some sort of military exercise on the other side of the, I guess, territory or whatever. That was far away or something. It just seemed like it just was wide open and just allowed to happen. I'm not saying that is what it is. I'm just saying that I've heard that.
Said it here himself.
I didn't say that.
Sure you did.
What, there's like a false flag? He doesn't think that.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I think there was a lot of
he's saying it right now.
Hannibal directive death. Yes,
he's an idiot. Your father's an absolute
Hannibal directive
moron.
is not a false flag.
That's like friendly fire kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Grace, you and your father are done. Israel is here to say, you can choke on it. You can do whatever you like with it. Be happy or against it.
But is Israel going to bomb the Thorps? How are they done?
Whether which way, Israel is here to stay. Israel just defeated a country of 100 million people.
I wouldn't say they already defeated because they're getting bombed back. Right now, it's kind of like the game Scorched Earth. I don't know if you guys ever play that game. That's such an old game. No one has played that game. No. You do not know that game. And by the way, the plan tomorrow, definitely going to do some sort of challenge there, or you watch kind of racially related content, okay? I'm hoping to do a panel, maybe have callers. That'd be nice. Oh, what are we doing? What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, it looks like it's raw garlic. I'll eat raw garlic. Yeah, Scorched Earth was a cool game, man. Okay. Let me think about the goal.
8 million Jews. You won't win.
I'm not fighting a war against Israel.
You would like
I'm not
to,
involved.
You would like to. People like you would love to have the power on the Jews, and you don't, and it kills you, Ben.
And you're not fighting a war either.
No, I'm not. But
Go join the fucking IDF. Go join the fucking IDF. Take your fucking little scrawny. Take your scrawny fucking drunk ass. Go join the IDF. Go die over there.
Come say it to me, Ben. Hey, Ben, you would never mouth off.
Go do it. I'm saying you want to do it. Do it.
I never said that.
I don't want to do it.
You can go to Gaza, Ben. Go fight for Hamas.
I don't want to.
Well, why then? Why
you're the one who's all acting like you're at war with me. I'm just having a discussion with you.
No. Well, I don't. Like I said, I don't like people like you, and you should not.
Then go to fucking Israel. You're a citizen, right? Go put on a fucking IDF and go have sex with all the shexes over there.
What the fuck? Jesus. Okay.
Ben, but
why not? Maybe you'll get laid instead of sitting here pooping on the internet with your fucking scrawny little drunk ass.
Ben, I would kick your ass, Ben, and you know it. Your daughter knows it. You would never stand up.
I'm not interested.
You keep saying I'll kick your scrawny ass, but kick your drunk ass.
Ben did just say he would kick his scrawny ass.
No, I didn't say I'm going to kick your ass. I said if you are so motivated on behalf of retarded concept of Zionism, go over there.
No, you're the one.
No one's stopping you. Go over there, volunteer for the IDF, tell them you're a citizen, have them put you on the front lines.
Yeah, Grace, I can't wait for you two to be completely
and enjoy the success of whatever.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Hormaxer join the IDF. I'd also like to see Ben join like the Iranian forces there. That would be funny. That'd be funny to me. Well, first off, they wouldn't. I don't know if Ben would pass. I don't know if he can. I've seen the terror training camps. You know, when they have to do the monkey bars and stuff. I don't know if Ben can do that. So I don't know if he'll actually make the cut.
Maybe you'll get laid for once.
Ben, you haven't been laid in 20 years. Ben, if anybody copes on the internet, Ben, you are the biggest cope artist. You are the biggest loser on the internet. You have a dysgenic daughter that you leech off of. You don't have 2 pennies. You are basically a homeless person, Ben.
I'm not basically a homeless person. I am a homeless person.
Whoa, Ben is honest there. Ben is indeed homeless. Okay. Well. Yeah.
A homeless person with no 2 pennies. So what is the great thing?
As was my Lord. Do you know that Jesus, the Jew, said, "I have the foxes have holes and the birds have nests.
I mean, you don't
the Son of Man hath not a place to lay his head." So.
Yeah,
would that I would be so worthy as to follow in his footsteps. But I get that
you following in Jesus' footsteps. I mean, okay, all right, Ben.
Want your money and your wealth and your
living like you.
I want the right big day just going up and another little one going down. Hey. Yeah. I stood
Grace, you think your father is Grace?
I ain't gonna be no homeless Jew in the checkers. Right? Ben, you want your fucking money. That's where you're.
I mean, the impersonation was pretty good. I gotta say that. He has an apartment he could live in, but is scared of Jacinda. Yeah, 100%. He's afraid of a very tough black mom who really hates him.
That's where you're putting your treasure.
Yeah,
enjoy it. Enjoy Israel.
Ben,
enjoy it. I ain't going over there. I don't fucking care. Ben, my kids aren't getting bombs rained down on them. But you want to go over there, swallow some fucking Iranian missiles, sit there, bend over, and take an Iranian missile up your ass. You probably finally get. That's the genre I want to have.
So when is Iran?
Ballistic missile in your asshole. Ultimate. Hormax for ultimate.
Hey, Ben, when is Iran? When is their victory imminent? I'm curious because you seem to think Iran is winning this, so I'd like to know. So we could.
Do I think Israel is Iran?
Well,
is winning? I don't even think they're involved in a war. It's a conflict.
You don't think Iran is involved in the war right now? That's very interesting. No. That shows you.
Is it a war or is it a conflict? I mean, war hasn't been officially declared. Right now, it's just missiles being lobbed at one another and some things happening. Apparently, bunker bombs being dropped and all that stuff. I mean, they're definitely targeting key things, trying to take key players out to kind of make this whole thing short and sweet. But I think the last thing people want, especially Americans, is any sort of boots on the ground. Any sort of that. Oh, man. Ever since 9/11, it kicked off. Oh. Wow. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing that story when those towers went down. What was it? Some dude, it was some interview with the CIA guy. He was like, "Yeah, we came in, or this dude came into the room with a list of countries we're going to invade, and Iran was one of them." Okay. Leave us out of it. Well, 100%. Magatards won it. Well, those Megatards can go. Hey. Anyway.
The level of stupidity and insanity you're on. You two should go.
Do you know what a war is? Do you know what a war is? Like Ukraine and Russia are having a war. Okay, what's the difference?
They just don't know how to fight because the Russians fight like stupid goyim. That's why they have meat markets over there, and Israel doesn't. You ever thought they have superior fighting?
I would say what's going on in Ukraine and Russia is a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say what's going on between Israel and Iran is, like trolling.
Oh,
yeah,
trolling.
Just trolling. That's very interesting.
A war involves men with boots, right?
Yeah, so there's no boots on the ground in Gaza. There's no planes flying right now. It's just an all Zionist conspiracy.
Gaza is not part of Iran.
It's a Jewish conspiracy, Ben. We're well aware that the Jewish planes.
It's a trolling war. It's a bunch of memes, guys. It's a bunch of memes. Don't worry. Okay.
They're fake. It's a Zionist conspiracy, Ben, you like to call yourself Hollywood, Ben, but you know who's the best at entertainment? The Jews. In fact, Ben, you know who created Hollywood?
Not the Zionists. They suck.
Yes, the Jews created Hollywood, Ben.
Right,
I hate them
Zionist propaganda.
Did you know, Ben, I just learned that Peter Sellers was Jewish, too. How about them apples, Ben? All the greatest actors and actresses are Jewish. That's why you and your Bakakta daughter will never be. Yeah, that's true, Ben. I can prove it to you, too.
Many are, but they had to get goy if they wanted actually the pussy.
Well, they had to fit into the country. Doesn't mean they weren't Jewish, Ben. I mean,
no one really finds Jewish men very attractive.
MGM, Ben. Nobody finds you attractive at all.
Nobody finds Jewish men to be.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, there can be funny.
I like this. I like this back and forth. Okay.
But they're not very attractive.
Ben, Grace wouldn't even drain your balls.
Scrawny.
Ben,
really? Did he just say Grace wouldn't even drain your balls?
But they're not very attractive.
Ben, Grace wouldn't even drain your balls.
Scrawny. Ben, they're scrawny and nerdy, and like Woody Allen. Okay, this.
Ben, I could knock you out. Ben,
sex symbol.
So
what is that?
All right, we're going to physical fighting here again.
A Jewish sex. So Ben,
Woody Allen. Woody Allen?
No, I'm saying, Ben, I'm 5'8" or 180 pounds.
Why don't you lean into? Well, hold on a second. Marlon Brando. Now that is an attractive man. Woody Allen.
So you're naming one Jewish actor, Ben, when there's thousands.
I mean, they all are similar, right?
No, they're not.
Oh, there's no similarities. Jewish humor.
I could bring up the Jewish actors and Jewish actresses, and they're most good-looking people on the face of the planet.
I beg to differ, and so does every
a pussy. Ben, do you enjoy Hollywood?
I was.
Do you enjoy Hollywood?
Do you think Harvey Weinstein was?
Guys, do you enjoy Hollywood? Do you enjoy movies? Do you like movies? The Jews make all the movies. If you like movies, you need to get down and worship the Jews, worship Zionism. Is that what he's saying? Movies anymore kind of suck. Like, it ruined Star Wars. I'm going to cry about that. Ben always annoys me with his zesty topics. Oh yeah, he does. Those actors are either scrawny looking nerds or absolute ogres. Yeah. Yeah, Hollywood has had its glory days back in the day. It's like there's sort of like this kind of like classic Hollywood, when the scandals were really just affairs and, you know, a chick being kind of a skank, you know, not banging kids. Not banging kids. As soon as they started doing that sort of satanic crap, it just... You know what I'm saying?
Was an attractive man?
No.
Okay. Well,
but then again, Ben, you're talking.
And he had the only way he could get the goy women was to manipulate them.
But Harvey Weinstein was successful, Ben, and you've never been.
Oh, that is true. He might been a little grapey, but you know, he had success. He had money there, Ben. Where's your money? Wait a second, Ben. Hold on. How are you with women, Ben? Wait.
He's in jail right now. How successful is that?
But so what, Ben? You're just a loser. You're a loser with
I'm not in jail. And
your subpar daughter. Your subpar daughter.
You're not in jail now. You were in jail before. I mean, okay. How are we doing? So is it really going to be, it's other. Okay. Well, what is the other going to be? What is the challenge going to be? What am I eating tomorrow? Don't say ass. And the goal. Okay, there has to be a goal. I'm not going to do a challenge for free. No. It has to be earned. It has to be earned. I'll commit to it. And you know I'm cheap though, so it's not going to be expensive. $10 memberships. If I can get 10 memberships tonight, we can do it. Come on. Come on. We can do that. We can make that happen. I want to believe. I'm going to dream. We'll see. If we hit that, that'd be cool. I mean, if you want to see me eat a raw onion, that's up to you guys. Or what are the others going to be? A brap? Eat a brap? So you want me to have someone fart in my face? All right, here we go. Let's play the rest.
The only guys that she get to send them money are dysgenic losers on the internet. They're not handsome men sending her money. They're not handsome men looking to court her or make your life any better. That's the situation of your reality, and that's what your
What are
reality
you so
remains.
angry about? I just don't
Oh,
understand.
I don't
If you
like
want to
to.
kill people who disagree with you,
I'm not killing
about
anybody.
the
I would like.
IDF,
I like how Ben is enjoying this. He's just trolling Hormaxer. Ben doesn't really care about this stuff. I don't think Ben cares about this at all. Okay, and we know how Ben feels about people dying because they don't agree with you. I mean, he asked Courtney to just die. Okay, several times. Anyway, so like we know how Ben operates with that, and Ben just seems like he's enjoying this moment, man. He's just sitting there having a good time, relishing in this, huh? Who does that? A fart in the face? There's this guy named the Brap King. He might have been a character. I don't know. Hurricane, I've played characters. Okay? And when I play a character, I commit to the bit.
you can go to
Sure that
Israel right
people-
now.
yes.
You have the right
Yeah.
of return to
Yes.
is your holy land, and you can go be cannon fodder there for the IDF.
Yeah, but there's no cannon fodder over there, Ben. It's the only thing that who likes to blow themselves up for Allah. Seems like that's a Muslim thing, right? Now, who's the religion of the
It's
Muslims?
not
It
what
tends to be
cannon
Arab.
fodder means.
Well, they're like nice cannon fodder over there. I mean, I'd like to
I
get rid
think
of all
you should
2 million
spread
of them.
your ass, bend over, spread your ass,
Yeah.
and say like to Khomeini, you should write it on around your asshole.
So,
Khomeini,
are you
here
going
you
to
go.
declare? Okay, will you
In the middle of
declare
Tel
Khomeini?
Aviv. I think that could be your
Ben,
first
how do
one.
you
And I
clear
think when he
Iran?
does hit,
So if Iran is
you
going
only
to,
get some good
well, when
porn.
Khomeini is taken out in the next week,
Ask
and
That's
he's
old
dead,
content. They can
But
play
when
that
he's
what they
dead-
want.
But when
and
he's
there is
dead,
no part 2.
when he's dead, Ben,
Hormaxer presents
Ben, you'll never do
Ass
a porn.
Blasted in Tel
Ben,
Aviv.
you've never had any sex, Ben. You hang around your dysgenic bubblehead daughter. That's your life, Ben. You're one disaster away from a medical catastrophe,
That's
and
true.
that's your future.
Okay, well, what makes you angry about
not
the
angry,
choices
it's just a
I've
fact.
made?
Well, your sources are incorrect because you say it's all a Zionist.
He's angry because you don't agree with him. Kind of like how you were angry that Grace didn't agree with you. so we have that.
conspiracy, first of all.
What is?
And you said like
My
October
daughter's
7th
head?
is a Zionist conspiracy.
Ben should double down and be like, you know what? Those hostages aren't even real. There's not even hostages. That's just propaganda.
You have no
October
understanding
7th,
of what
keeps
you.
thinking
yeah.
October
What's
7th.
a Zionist conspiracy?
Exactly. I know that's what you think, Ben, and that's why
The
people
state of
like
Israel
you,
is a Zionist conspiracy.
like
They
crazies like you,
conspired.
Ben, crazies like you need to be in lunatic asylums.
It's like,
that's what your future is, Ben. You
well,
and Grace,
well, I do agree with that. Ben and Grace do belong in a lunatic asylum. But I'm kind of glad that they're out. In fact, I'm glad that the lunatic asylums are closed down, shut down pretty much for the most part, right? So that we can watch these crazy people, these insane people, which we're gonna have to start rotating people in because the Thorps are starting to get kind of, well, honestly, the audience has said before that they've gotten stale, okay? But like what's his name? Axe's Rap Blood. We got to play some Axe's Rap Blood. We got to rotate things in. If I'm going Gothic and Cobra, that's bottom of the barrel because he's not. I feel bad for him. I just kind of check in on him, see how he's doing. Anyway,
Grace's future
What
is
are
a
you
lunatic asylum.
angry about?
I'm not
What
angry.
are you angry about?
I'm not angry. I was having a good tonight. I was
You're
streaming.
super angry. Why? Because I
No,
used a
I'm not.
slur, an anti-Jewish slur?
Well, yeah. I mean, I would kick your
Oh,
ass.
give me a fucking break.
You don't think I could kick your ass?
What if
Ben?
I called you a wop? Do you care?
Yeah, I kick your ass. Rightfully
Oh,
so.
please. You don't care.
Yeah, Ben, you will not answer the question. Could I destroy you? You know I'd destroy you.
I don't
would
care whether you could
Okay,
destroy
see,
me.
That's why you never allow Grace around real.
Why would you
dominant
want to
males.
destroy me? What's the point?
Because, Ben, you have a big mouth on the internet. You like to say,
what's the deal with Hormaxer's chest hair? Whoa. Well, hold on. Gay alert. Gay alert. Gay alert. Whoa. Whoa. Hardcore gay alert. Hardcore gay alert. But no, honestly, what's the deal with the chest hair? It like, it's thick right here. And like right here, it's like thin. And there's like nothing there. It's like his chest hair is like overalls. Right? It looks like overalls, right? It doesn't look right. Is Ralph still alive? I don't know. We got to check in on him. A way to check in on an alcoholic is to channel the spirit of, well, you have the spirit walk with using liquor magic. Okay. You have to do a little chant. I take a shot and then I could find out. Or actually, we could just go see his streams, right?
Bend
What is
over.
that to you?
Oh, that's why you call him the American Werewolf in
but
Israel?
You like to imply it, and I'm saying I'm sure a lot of people, Ben, you need the shekels. I'll be happy to get in the ring with you for $1,000. I'll make
Who
work. Who
of the two of us sounds like a big mouth? Me or you?
You're the one saying to me to bend over and take my Jewish ass, and you kite. So Ben, put up or shut up.
Right.
Put up or shut up, Ben. You don't bother Ben.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you. You recognize my perfect description. Thank you. I don't care what people say about you. You've always been nice to me.
A loser. Your daughter's a loser. Grace, you're a fucking loser.
But this is big. This is what a big mouth does, right? A small
Well, no,
guy
but she's a loser. But
who
no,
does
you're a
all this
loser.
kind of stuff.
But meanwhile, Ben, this
Fine with
small
me.
guy. But this small guy, I mean, how would you look in person if this 5'8" manly Jew took you apart? I'm willing to do it, Ben, for donos and cash. You're about entertainment. Let's do it right now.
Horrormaxer would be excommunicated from Judaism if they learned that he sniffed a Catholic girl's panties. Actually, that's what gets you in the club.
I told them. Ben.
Oh, man. Yeah. I would say I think Ben won here. Because, like, Horbaxer's already, like, going to, like, oh, I'm going to fight you in real life. I'm going to fight you in real life.
Ben, they
That's
went
just
for Ryler.
Tuesday. For
Come
the
out,
Jews.
Virginia. Don't let me wait.
Poor
Catholic girl,
Grace.
stop.
And it's not like Ben actually brought up anything to really back what he said. He was just saying stuff. Some things were kind of ish. You know, with him, it's kind of like, it's like, okay, you heard that from somewhere. You kind of read that somewhere. Okay. How much of that do you really, really know? Probably not very well. You probably just heard it from someone. Okay.
Grace, you know what? Grace,
Oh.
you know what your problem is, honey, is that you just have no foresight. You can't see where you're going. And
Okay. Ben might have won, but I remember this from the preview. This is true. This is a moment of truth for Grace. Yet again.
to anybody that has some foresight in here, you're sitting there with your father. Your streaming sucks. You don't take good opportunities when they present themselves to you. And your super chats are down tremendously. Soon you won't even have unless you get extremely lucky. So, I mean, what's your deal?
Sure. But what makes you angry
No, he asked Grace what's her deal, not you, Ben.
about that?
I'm not angry. It's just a fact. It's not being angry. I'm just stating
You're
a
just
fact.
curious?
Well, then why did you call me a cunt?
Because
Whoa. Grace, just answer the question. Don't act like you're bothered by mean words on the internet.
think you and your father are cunts. That's
Okay.
why. I mean, your
I
father.
can't-
I mean, they're living day to day. They are living day to day. When does anyone know when Grace gets her next kick payout? They're gonna burn through that fast. People actually watch AIDS Master. I don't know. I don't think so. I would say Ben and Grace have fallen back into the bottom. They're in that realm with Horvaxer. They just don't realize it. They're trying to get themselves back out, but it's not working. The intellectual stuff, they kind of gave up on that. Or at least for the moment anyway.
I can call you what I want to call you?
But Ben, I mean, I said we could do it in person.
Do what? Have a fight?
Yeah, I mean, if you like.
I mean, if Ben really wants to do intellectual stuff, this is the time where he should be hopping on panels talking about like Israel and Iran and stuff. If he really had like a free Palestine stance, I mean, they could be a lot bigger than what they are, because that's a very popular viewpoint with very passionate people.
You get the ring out here and make a whole thing.
It'll never happen. No one's ever going to do it. No one's going to donate to it because no one cares that much about you or me in those terms.
Well, maybe
if we were bigger creators, maybe it would be worth doing. It's not going to be worth it. We wouldn't even be able to pay for the ring or the gloves.
My problem with people like you is that, you have all these things to say, no evidence to back it up. The second thing is you pray to a Jew. You're basically an idolater when it comes to religion because you pray to a man. That's one of the tenets against any type of, even the Muslims.
Not tenants.
What? Don't. Ben,
someone
you're
who
in no
rents
position.
An apartment.
You're no
tenant.
But Jesus is not just a man. He's the Son of God. How dare you?
Ben, see, this is your problem. You think you can correct someone's English and you think you're smart. You're a moron. You're a fucking broke moron. You're a fucking brokey, Ben, that don't have two.
Wait. How much money does Hormaxer have? Does he actually work? What does he do other than stream? Garlic? I've had raw onion. Okay. So are we getting some votes for garlic, raw garlic? I will legit eat raw garlic on stream. I've done it before, but we'll do it again properly. And tomorrow being June 10th or whatever, and I'm off, I figured we would play some racially related, but can fly under the radar of YouTube TOS content. Maybe we can have a panel, or I can have callers come in and we could talk about what your views on black people are. It'll be a simple question. Do you love black people? And it's either yes or no, and you kind of go from there. How much do you love black people? No idea how that is a challenge. A whole big onion, but okay. A ghost pepper? Oh, you're the second person to mention that. A ghost pepper. If I take a bite of a ghost pepper, I already know. I already know. I already know I'm going to be suffering. Oh, for sure. That would be hardcore. That would be a good challenge. Now, I don't have a ghost pepper. Can I get a ghost pepper? Can I just go to like HEB and get a ghost pepper? Ghost pepper near me. DoorDash. No, I don't want a DoorDash. HEB. Okay, Walmart. Okay. All right. So but lucky for me, if we're going to do a ghost pepper, if we're gonna do this, we got to hit the goal. We got to hit with the 10 memberships goal. I think so. So I mean, it's up to you guys if you don't want to do it. Let's get some milk. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a jug of it next to me. Good thing I'm streaming in a shed. You know, I wouldn't want to ruin these lovely hardwood floors. I will commit. But I require you guys to show me that you really want it. If I'm going to suffer like that, yeah. Anyway, with that said, let's continue.
Pennies to rub together after you burn through $600,000.
I mean, I'm excited for that.
It's very Jewy to say, like, you don't
True.
have money. You don't have
Don't
money.
have anything.
You don't have money.
What do you tell people? You tell
I don't
them
care
you
about
tell
money.
everybody,
Don't you
sure,
understand?
have to care.
Ben doesn't care. I mean, the way Ben spends their money, yeah, he definitely does not care about money.
The
Because you have to-
love of money is the root of all evil. That's
No,
my
it's-
Jewish take
It's
on
actually
money.
the reverse. It's the reverse. And people like you cope with that because you have to tell yourself because you have no money that it's a good thing.
That's what
It's
the
not.
Jews have been saying, and
Go tell
eventually
your land-
there
go
were
tell
some
your
people
landlord. Go tell
in
your landlord.
Central Eastern Europe who got
Yeah.
sick of hearing that.
Go
from
tell your
people
landlord.
who
Ben.
were
Tell your
manipulating
landlord,
the money
okay.
system.
But
It
Ben,
didn't go well, but hey,
okay,
you want to
when
do it
you go,
again?
Ben, when you have to
Enjoy.
pay your
Yeah. What Ben's saying there. Apparently, you haven't learned, Hormaxer. Loving money like that, being all about the money. Well, you're just asking for another. You're just asking for another one. What the hell? Alcohol actually dulls it. Well, we'll have vodka and milk on hand. Okay.
I don't care.
when you
I
have to
don't give a
pay your
fuck.
bill, Ben, when you go to the mechanic for your RV, say, you know, money is the root of all evil. I don't need to pay you. I don't need to pay this $1,000 repair. It's the root of all evil.
Yes.
And
You say that, the mechanic is gonna be like, then I can't help you. You're gonna have to move. Well, first off, yeah, they're gonna laugh at you.
That's what
see
I
how
do.
that works for you, buddy.
That's
See how
what I
that
do.
works
You
for
know what? Because I
I
have
know,
a
that's
boy
it.
brother who's also a Christian named OPC Don
Yeah,
who doesn't charge me.
yeah, because
See?
he's a
We
simp,
have our goy stuff that we do.
and
You
he's a
have
dumb
your
guy,
Jew
and-
stuff that you do.
but he's a dumb guy that almost killed himself to impress your retarded daughter.
But he also has helped me fix the RV, and I haven't.
Well,
him
see how
anything for
long.
it.
I mean, you better pray for him, honestly, Ben, because he is
So
your
maybe
only
we have a way
lifeline.
of doing things, and you have a way of
Yeah,
doing
but
things.
you better pray for your gnome, your bearded gnome, Ben, because if he goes, you're going to have to go and pay a
I'll
mechanic.
get the ghost pepper
and
tomorrow.
He doesn't know how to do big.
I'll get the ghost pepper tomorrow, just in case you guys come through. But we'll see. I'm not convinced. I have plenty of night to stream. I don't plan on ending this till like midnight because I don't work tomorrow.
Big repairs. If your transmission goes on that thing, Ben, or any Sears repair, the gnome doesn't know how to fix that. He may know how to put in a screw here or there, but he don't know what the fuck he's doing with that. So you go tell your
True.
mechanic that, hey, the
Oh
roof-
wait, maybe I know some people have mentioned, hey, Mr. Deadman, why don't you ever hop on panels? I don't know what I'm going to say or do or whatever. You know, what am I going to do? Just going to mess with people? What if I hop on random black panels? What am I going to say? What am I going to do? I have some ideas. I want to ask the brothers, and this might be an obvious one. It's so easy. A choice between a white woman and a black woman. Which one do you take? Huh? Which one? I mean, I know the answer. I know the real answer. I mean, they love the snow bunnies.
Of all evil is money, and I'm not paying you. Try that. See how that works in real life, Ben.
It does work more than you'd
Sure.
think, but being
I'd like to see
a
it.
kind of
Well, when you
ruthless
go-
Jew has its own way of working.
Ben, let me tell you something, okay? You would be the first one to shit on people if you had money. You're just the type that would be saying, you're a broke loser, you this and that. Now, being that, Ben, you are not in that position anymore.
I've never been impressed by money.
Ben, we've seen how you like to spend money, and it's quite revolting of what
I
you
like
buy
to
and
spend money,
and
but I don't- I've
Xbox.
never
Sure,
been
you love to
impressed by
take it like it grows on
people
trees,
who
Ben.
are rich, and neither are you impressed by people who are rich. So I don't know.
Well, no, Ben, I could be in certain
No,
ways.
no, but Ben is totally the sort of person. If he had money, if he had something to flex, he definitely would. I mean, that's who he is. Anyway,
I would be more impressed by a wealthy person than by a
Would
poor
you suck
person.
a guy's dick who was rich?
Well, it depends on the sex act and how much was being paid.
bros, no. Wait, is that a joke? I don't think that's a joke. I think he's being real. I think he's being legit. Too legit to quit. I'm gonna ask him how the reparations are going. I want to ask him if they know who their slave masters are. If they could trace back what plantation they're from.
I mean, would I do a skate? Would I do?
Jewish answer?
Yeah, would I do a second?
What's
Would
the
I do
difference
it?
between you and me? I wouldn't.
Yeah, but then you'll remain. You're gonna remain a
I wouldn't
homeless
suck
loser.
anyone's dick. I don't care how much money is involved.
Ben, your life, Ben.
If
it
they
doesn't
even
matter
know,
if you're the
right?
money. The fact is, you created like 7 retards in the world. They're running around. They have no future, Ben. That you can tell yourself your cope is your children. But my position to you, Ben, is look at your children. The only way some of them had a way out is
Beautiful
maybe
kids.
getting away. Yeah, maybe getting away from you and your insane daughter here is the only hope. Maybe
Well,
that
I
they do.
mean, I grew up around a fair number of Jews. They're generally speaking unattractive people. Sorry.
So this went from an Israel versus Iran debate to now it's like, okay, we're gonna bring up Ben's like dirty laundry and get into that. Which, hey, I'm all for the fun of it, for the content of it, but kind of shows you like where it all went, right?
Ben, I could get laid more than you, Ben.
Is that true? I think we're good on the poll. I think we settled this. It's Ghost Pepper. New poll. Everyone likes polls. We're a bunch of hoes that love polls. You love polls? I love polls. Who gets laid more? Ben or I'm going to say Maxer for YouTube purposes. How many X's in Maxer? It's right there, but I also don't care about his name, so I put like a bunch of X's. So that's done in a lack of a lack of respect, okay? And out of a lack of respect. Ben gets laid more often. Okay. Well, Ben has that in-house, so. And he does have a lot of kids.
I have gotten laid more than you, Ben, for free.
I don't
For free, Ben.
care.
But Ben, you
But
keep
Ben doesn't
bringing up-
pay.
You make the thing.
Oh,
that
but
you're-
no,
What is that point about?
Oh, no. If you're saying you're
Ben doesn't pay for
more
this.
But
sensitive,
you're the
that's
one
not
that says,
true.
Ben, that
Not
you're
true.
the masculine male, that you know how to talk to women. Ben, you're afraid of women. You're terrified of it.
True.
We're just counting times. Who gets laid more? If you're counting the number of women, well, for Ben, it's like 2 women in his life. I would imagine Hormexer has a lot more women in his life. Now, he probably paid for them.
Of a woman that has her shit together.
We all should be.
That's what you have
We all
to
should be.
stay around your daughter.
We all should be.
You can't be
They're-
around
they're-
a woman. You
They're
can't
a
be around
dangerous
a woman.
group at this point. They're
Yeah, but come on, Ben. You
they
can't
make
be around a
Hamas look
woman
like,
that's
nice guys. Honestly,
well, maybe,
like
but
Boy
Ben,
Scouts
you know, you're not going to be
comparatively.
around a woman. I mean, what are you going to tell her, Ben? That you got an RV with a clogged shitter? What is your riz, Ben? What is your
Oh, that is a great pickup line. Hey, baby, how you doing? I got an RV with a clogged shitter. All right.
flex?
I don't really.
It
I
ain't
don't
your
really-
body.
I'm at an age a little older than you.
You have low
I've been
T, Ben.
married for. I thought I was married for a long time, and you know.
I know this story.
that whole
Blame
routine is
Courtney.
not
We're a
that interesting to
victim.
me.
You're a victim of Courtney.
He thought he was married. That's right. He doesn't actually believe he was really married. He thinks he was trapped in it. He can't even take responsibility for that.
Ben, I know you complain about it for the last 3
You
years.
seem to think
constantly.
that you're going to have sex with a woman and it's going to make you truly happy or something.
Oh no, I never said that. I don't think that. No,
it's
no,
not
no. I
really
never said that, Ben.
high on the list of.
I have never
Why?
said that, Ben. I have never said that just having sex is going to be the all be all. On it's better than what you're doing. Is definitely what I'm saying
It's your
here. I mean,
greatest good.
well, definitely better.
Yeah,
than
sometimes
you.
it's
what
way
you do it
overrated.
for.
Sometimes
You're
it's
praying-
sad.
yeah, but what do you-
random
What do you
sex
live?
with
Okay, what do you live for,
random
Ben?
sterile
Ben-
sex with fat losers in swing clubs. It's
Okay,
fine.
Ben. What are you? Okay,
Okay,
great.
hold on. That's right. Hormexter doesn't have the primo in-house related a cum dumpster. That was kind of mean. Baby trapped with 6 kids. Yeah. He was baby trapped. Courtney tricked him into marrying him. Pretty much trapped him, he says. So he doesn't really feel like it was a real marriage. Doesn't think it should count.
Maybe
When-
one's a little less
Yeah.
gross.
Yes. Okay, Ben. Yes, I know they're all unattractive. Okay. What is
Yeah, they are.
your purpose? What is your future then, Ben? Since you have such a big, bright future, I'd like to hear it.
I would love to spend all of eternity in heaven with. my
I know that,
Heavenly
Ben, but
Father.
not
Wait,
right.
that's his goal? Oh shit, dude. We might be getting a little murder suicide arc. That might be happening. If that's his goal, is to spend eternity in heaven. Dude, that's something my grandma used to say when she had Alzheimer's and she wanted to just go so she could see her husband in heaven. She would tell me, she'd be like, Jesse, I can't wait until I can see, I'm not going to say his name, in heaven. I was like, okay, Grandma. And then I suffocated her with a pillow. Messing. Yeah, could you imagine? No, but it is true that she used to say that stuff. That's what people say when they have nothing else, man. Already looking forward to heaven.
Right now, we're talking about
That's
here.
my future plan.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
it.
but that's a
That's
cope.
it.
But no, Ben. What
That's
is
it.
your future right now? The next 5
Whatever
years.
he puts in my path. Whatever he
Okay,
puts
but
in my path.
isn't that a really ridiculous, Ben, to say whatever happens is just no? What don't you have a plan,
Jesse
Ben? Don't you have
is a
any future
girl's name.
aspirations? You know.
I'm going to continue streaming on YouTube until it seems like something else is better to do.
Okay, so there's no future aspirations. There's no goal, whether that be
I mean, what else can he do? Ben can't really do anything else. He's not going to get a job. He's just going to stream until he can't stream anymore. That's it.
going, to teach at a church or something.
No, not that. I'd like to have. I don't know if I'd like to.
My parents
but,
wanted
I think
me to be a girl.
if it makes sense for me to have a wider audience. Yeah.
Does Grace have fetal alcohol syndrome?
Her mother did do some excessive drinking when she was younger.
Maybe.
Because sometimes her eyes cross over and she looks like she has like fetal alcohol syndrome.
Do you shave your chest?
No.
Okay. That was good. That was funny. That just came out from nowhere. I like that. Is your daughter retarded? Because your daughter looks a little retarded. Okay? Do you shave your chest?
Why does it grow in funny like that?
Well, Ben,
Yeah, right. Look at that. It's like a bikini. Look at that. It is like so weird looking.
I have a nice large chest, and I have.
I'm saying,
It looks like he was waxed. It looks like that scene from the 40-Year-Old Virgin when he got his chest waxed, but it couldn't complete it because it hurt. Like there's even like a bald patch on his left pec. That would be his right. Yeah, his left pec. There's even one on his right pec as well. There's a bald patch all over. There's bald patches everywhere. It's like so patchy. Does Hormaxer wax himself on stream for like donos?
when you look at it, usually it's like either like kind of curly or.
And well, let's see your body, Ben. Let's see your beautiful body.
It seems patchy. Am I right? I mean, you ever you have patches?
No, it's not patches. It's all hair all over. It's hair all over. I can assure you.
You think it's consistent? I don't know.
It's definitely consistent, Ben. Now, Ben, let's see your physique, Ben. Let's take a look,
juice
Ben.
Because
since,
it's my family. I got a lot of family that are lovers of beans. Okay, that's why. Got a problem with that juice? No, I'm messing with you.
My physique, I
know it's quite horrible. It's quite frightening. To tell you honestly, I just don't see what your future is. I don't see
your physique.
I don't see your weird decisions like
in a strange way.
Ben, but don't
like
you,
wondering if you manicure it in some way.
But Ben, don't you feel that your decisions in streaming are even bad? Like, you decided to stream with a dysgenic drunkard in LA that couldn't string two sentences together.
But that was good content. Streaming with Adam was great. That was a great idea.
Content is around losers. Yeah, your content is even based around losers.
Oh, Hormaxer is just angry. No. He's bitter. He's just bitter. He's just being a bitter, butthurt loser because they were going to hang out with cooler people like Adam Warchief and Lalo over there in LA and have a good time. Okay, go to a gay club. Like Hormaxer was probably hurt inside that he wasn't invited to the gay club. Actually, you know what? He probably was invited. He just was unable to go because maybe he's too poor for it. Look at that.
You're just a
welcome
loser.
to the internet.
Yeah, well, maybe, but there's still better content, and there's other.
Who's the winner on the internet?
Is a much better things. Well,
Who's
there
a
are
winner on the internet?
Well, there are people that are winners
Who?
on the internet.
Who? Name one.
I can. They make a lot of money on the internet.
Name one.
I can name one of a dozen streamers.
Name one.
I don't know. Asmongold. He's one.
Asmongold's a winner. I mean, he's a winner on the internet. He's a winner making money. He's doing great. But he lives in squalor.
Okay.
He makes $500,000 a year.
You're seeing the guy as a loser.
Yeah, but that loser's making $500,000, Ben. Now
Okay, if you only see winning in terms of money,
what
then
do
he's
you
a
do?
winner.
Are you streaming just to stream? So you're streaming for Jesus then, Ben? That's what you're telling me. You don't want cash. Okay, everybody, do not give grace. If anybody super chats grace, they are not in it for the money. The money is only Jesus. Money is evil. I will take the super chats. Thank you, Ben. I will
The
take grace.
love of money is the root of all evil.
That's
Doesn't
right.
mean
No,
money
you
is
said
evil.
you don't want super chats. That's evil, Ben. That is evil. Jesus said it's evil. Everybody, I would like Grace's super chats. Damius Octavius, if you hear me, they do not want money. They do not want money.
We know what this is about.
They don't want money, right? Yeah, let's see where your real desire lies. See, Ben, you hide it. See, Grace, how would you feel, Grace, if Damius left you and gave me the $5,000?
Honestly, all we have to do is we could just open up Twitch and find a whole list of streamers that are much more successful than Ben and Grace.
Would that be okay? Would you say thank Jesus?
I'm telling War Chief you're talking mad shit about him.
He's a piece of shit. I'll box him for $1,000. I'll kill him in a second. I'd love it too. Put his fat fucking father in there with him too.
Hey, he's part Iranian. You actually may have
I'm gonna kill him even more. I don't like the Iranians either. They're not out there overthrowing the government. That's
what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly. Okay? Press 1 if you think I'm wrong there. Press 2 if you think I have something. Just a little bit of something. That Whoremaster is a little bit hurt that he was not invited to the gay club. Absolutely, right? Whoremaster definitely, when he saw that they went to that gay club with Lalo, he was like, they chose the wrong person. It should have been me.
I have no reason to like him. Loser people. Losers. Sure. Losers. Good. I hope he loses all his oil.
Heil
Good idea.
Right?
Bomb him. Good. Bomb this shit. Bomb all the oil.
Can I just tell you one thing? We got to go, but can I tell you one thing that's really interesting? You should check out, and you can say it's whatever. There is a website that's called Guess If It Was a Nazi or a Zionist who said this. And they have quotes. And it's really hard to tell.
Let's play it. I'll play it right now.
Okay, good.
I'll play it right now. Let's do it.
Okay, no, this is it. This is it right here.
Grace will put it up.
I'll present it. I'll present it on my side.
And it's really...
Oh, shit. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Sorry.
It's really fascinating.
Okay. Present.
All right, let's check this out.
Share screen.
But nobody wanted to kill the Germans, Ben. Nobody was saying we want to get rid of all the Germans, The Germans made the thing of they're the Ubermensch people. They're the superior Aryan race.
Mm-hmm. I think there were some people who killed Germans, I think.
Yeah, but nobody was looking to ethnically cleanse the Germans. Okay? They weren't.
Just want to wipe out those Nazis. Gonna go Nazi hunting. Gonna get Nazi scalps.
Okay.
It's a different situation, but I'm just saying the ethos is remarkably similar.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. So you have to decide whether a Zionist or a Nazi said this.
Right.
Okay.
The blank group have
that
no
would be
right.
either Jews or Palestinians. Right? So they're not going to give you that.
All right.
Have no right to
Yes, Ben, we get it. Come on.
claim equality with us. If they wish to speak on the streets, in lines outside shops, or in public transportation, they should be
public transportation. That's going to be Israel.
Ignored. Not only because they are simply wrong, but because they are a group who has no right to a voice in the community. Who said the above?
Okay, well, I would put caveats on this. I would say the Arabs that wouldn't have these
It's a stupid quiz. You don't put caveats. It's either one or the other.
rights are the Arabs that hold the Hamas charter.
No, but the question here is, do you
Well, I
think
am.
that a Nazi said this, or that a representative of the Israeli
Oh, that could
government said
easily.
this?
I mean, I could easily see Menachem Begin saying that too. So it could
what
be.
would your guess be?
The
Here-
point of the game is to guess. what
I
it was.
select one or the other, and you say
I know
I
which
would-
one it is. I know which one it is. From
I would
Clues.
say a Nazi.
Nazi.
It's Israeli because it's public transportation. I think.
Yahtzee. Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
it didn't give the.
What's the answer, Grace?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
It didn't give the answer. But we know what the
fact
answer is.
Though, Ben, there's no Jew in Israel that
It'll
would
tell
like
us at the
to.
end. It'll tell
I
us
mean,
at the end.
years ago
It'll
was
tell us at the
different.
end.
That want to kill Germans.
Okay. Okay. Next question. Huh?
I'll be right back.
All of the blank group will be out. All the blank group will be able to do about it will be to scurry around like drugged cockroaches in a bottle. Who said the above mentioned quote?
Oh, that's definitely
Israel?
Jewish because I call them roaches myself.
Okay, so you think the Israeli government said this about Arabs?
Absolutely, I agree with it too.
Oh,
It was the
damn.
Nazi regime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Autistic retard, you're backstage.
Okay. All right.
Autistic retard. I think that's Adam.
But your device is not connected, so I can't add you. The group aren't.
You bring on
educated-
people like autistic retard, for instance, Grace. Look at you.
I think.
Why is Hormaxer so bitter? Is it really about Israel? Is it really about that? No. I think it's all about the fact that Grace didn't want to spend time with him. Grace was only spending time with him for a little bit, like briefly, for a very brief time, before she was going to go hang out with cooler people in L.A.
I think this might be Adam. I might have given him the wrong link.
Probably wrong though.
But anyways, his
I mean,
device
bring
is-
his-
I don't know who
bring
the hell
his
he is.
Russian
He is.
Iranian ass over here, and I'll kick his. I'm not Ben's father over here. Okay, you little drunk rat. You little rat fink. You throw a punch at me. I'm not Lalo over here. You throw a punch at me and I'll kill you. I'll kill you, you son of a bitch.
All right, what about this one? The group aren't educated towards peace, nor do they want it. To me, they are like animals. They aren't human.
Israel.
Jew, that's Israeli
I would say
government.
Israeli. Yeah.
But you got to say who in the Israeli government, and you say Israeli government, like there are a lot of people that
Okay,
are,
it's just a
they're more
quiz, bro.
pro-Arab
It's
than they
just a
are
quiz. Come on.
Okay. Are you claiming
there's
this to be
Arabs in the
pro-Arab?
Knesset. For all you apartheid state people that think it's an apartheid state, Israel has Arabs in their own Knesset. Now, I would never have that.
Uh-huh.
They're probably just
I would
token Arabs.
never have that. I
Token
would hang 'em.
Arabs.
But this would clearly be referring to the Arabs as animals, right?
I refer to Hamas as roaches. They're not as good
Okay.
as an animal.
Okay, so you think it's Israeli. Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that wasn't correct. A group of school children were found singing this poem. All the world hates the blanks, and the main thing is to kill them one by one.
Mhm.
With these feet, I stepped on my enemy. With these teeth, I bit his skin. With these lips, I sucked his blood, and I still haven't had enough revenge. Which political ideology was the school affiliated with?
Israel. Because they love sucking blood. Is that it? They're like vampires, right? I don't know. I'm just guessing. A Zionist? Yeah.
Well, that question's a little weird because it says all
Okay,
the
were
world
there-
hates the group.
Would Nazi school
I would
kids
agree
or
that
Israeli school kids be saying this stuff?
Those Nazis? Nazis want to suck the blood?
well, this is taught in Arab
Of the
schools.
Jews?
I know that it's Hamas and UNRWA schools. It's taught about Jews.
Okay, well, that's not quite the question.
Well, but I'm reading this, but I'm reading these weird type because it says as the main thing is to kill one by one.
So it's either Nazi kids saying all the world hates the Jews and the main thing is to kill them one by one, or it's Israelis going all the world hates the Arabs and the main thing is to kill them one by one. So which
Well,
one do you
no,
think
it's
it
the
is?
world that hates the Jews predominantly, not everybody, but
Okay,
I
but
see
I'm
a
not-
world.
Hey, it's
We're not-
just a quote. Now, I don't know where this quote came from. I don't know. I don't even know. Does it tell us?
Yeah.
Arguing with the song. The song is referring to either Arabs
I would say
or
Nazi.
Jews.
I don't know, Nazi.
Okay, I agree. I think it's Nazi.
Oh, it was Israel. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, so was I right about the vampires? I don't know, man. I know they're money vampires. You know, I'm feeling that.
Oh, no, it was the Israeli government.
Okay.
They will get no food, no water, no fuel. Everything will be closed. We are fighting against human animals and will act accordingly. Okay, I know
Israel.
exactly who this is.
No food. Well, obviously that's not true. I would have them have no food or no water in Gaza. But obviously it's not true because they're allowing thousands of trucks in there with food and things to sustain these roaches that want to kill them.
But who's
Israeli government.
Yeah,
Israeli government.
Yeah, okay. What is so horrifying about understanding that the entire blank is the enemy?
That's very vague.
Ooh. It's probably Israel. Again, they're probably all this quiz is probably all mostly all going to be like a Zionist.
Nazi.
No.
I think Israeli. Yeah, I was right. The blank always lives from the blood of other peoples. He needs such murders. The victory will only be entirely and finally achieved when the whole world is free of blank.
Nazi.
I think it's Israeli. Oh, no, you were right.
It was Nazi. Okay.
This is a war between two people. Who is the enemy? The blank people.
Israel.
Nazi.
Nope, Israeli.
Oh, dang.
But who says it? When they keep saying Israeli
We
government.
don't know who says it. We don't even know. He's asking too much. This is just some stupid BuzzFeed quiz or something. You know.
Who? Who in the Israeli government? Israeli government is a lot of people.
They may tell us at the end.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
well, we know it because, Ben, again, he can't hide his Jewish hate. It's funny when he tries to hide it. Then he says Zionist conspiracy when he gets caught in it. Grace, maybe you should pray to something like a Buddha or something. Maybe the Jewish prayer is not really for you.
He needs to pray to
Maybe you should stop praying to a Jew because, the Jews are bad people, So maybe your worship of one is not such a good idea. Maybe you find like Hinduism.
Well, I mean, they're worshiping the Son of God. Okay, he's much more than just a Jew. He's the Son of God. All right, that's like it becomes something different.
Or Buddhism or Zoroastrianism.
Okay. Oh, wait. Here it is. Zionist or Nazi? Okay. This is the one where it tells you who is who. Fuck. Okay. This is the one that it'll answer your questions, okay? Oops. Wait, hold on.
I could answer your question, though, very easily, Grace, without all the mumbo jumbo. Here's the fact. Hamas, their assorted charters, and most of the Arab world, not all today, but you say Iranian, not all the Iranian people because they're Persians and not Arabs.
I'm going to speed this up a bit.
But, let's take a group like Hamas. So that's about 2 million people there. I want everybody in Gaza either killed or moved out. If I had my way, they would either be killed
Do you,
or moved out.
do you not
So
think it's
there's-
funny though?
No, I
it's funny?
think it's reality because when you have a group of people that want to kill you and they're very serious
Okay,
about
okay.
it.
Answer this one. Who said
Well, I'm
this?
telling you my
Zionist?
standpoint.
Hey, pay attention, Hormaxer.
Zionist or Nazi? One of the soldiers raped a 16-year-old girl. They gathered them in something like a cage and put iron wires around them. They gathered all the men, sat them on the ground, and one of the soldiers got the submachine gun and shot them. There were soldiers who took flamethrowers and ran after the villagers and burned them. Do you think Zionists did that? What's
I don't know,
or
but
Nazis?
what's the name?
Who said this? It was probably a Zionist.
I mean, I
Okay, so
told you
take a
I don't
guess.
know,
Do you think Nazis did that or Zionists?
a Zionist.
Okay, correct. From a testimony about the 1948 Nakba made by a Zionist soldier Yosef Diamant in an interview with the Israeli channel Hot 8.
Uh-huh.
So it was okay. This is a better quiz. I'll give you the context. Okay.
Do you not?
Yeah, what is it? What is that supposed to elicit at me?
Do you think that's okay to do to people?
Yes.
Okay, so then you
Yes, I absolutely
It's like burn the kids. Oh shit.
do.
mentality
I want
of-
them out no matter what.
Right.
They can go live with their 23 Arab countries with their brothers and sisters. The God
Right.
wish them.
Hey, but at least Hormaxer is honest with that.
Let them be. Well, they can live in Disneyland for all I care.
So you
They have
you agree
proven
with-
that I'm agreeing, Ben, that when the people comes to kill you, you kill them first. So yes, I think every Arab in Gaza could either leave willingly or be killed.
right, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
I
That's
agree.
right.
That
Glad
is the
you understand
mentality
my
of
point.
Zionism, and I
That's,
agree.
that's the mentality of a rational person that wants to get rid of enemies
then-
that want to kill them.
But then
Ben,
you would,
Ben, again, who massacred 1,200 Jews on October 7th?
then
According to
you
you,
would
it's
agree.
Zionist.
but then you would agree. A large part of them died at the hands of Palestinians. That's true.
Listen,
I know
Arabs
the
kill
number,
each
neither
other.
do you.
Arabs kill each other, and they're very
The Arabs are already fighting each other. What does it matter? We're just gonna carpet bomb them, get rid of all of them, purge them from that land. That's what he's saying.
good at it. Okay, I don't give a
So
fuck.
you
Ben.
believe in ethnic cleansing and genocide?
I believe in removing every Arab out of Gaza. Yes, willingly or not. Yes,
You believe in
100%.
ethnic
Damn.
cleansing and genocide? I think
Yes,
it's-
100%,
I
'cause they're
appreciate
what we-
Zionists.
Yes,
Because there's two
they're
types of Zionists,
Well,
right?
no, there's not.
there's the bullshitters who say two-state solution, and then there's the honest ones like
I've never believed in a
Smotrich.
two-sate solution. I would
understand
have
that,
used
but
the
there are
tactical.
people who
Ben-
say that.
And
You're
let
not
me explain
listening.
something to you, but let me tell you
He's
how
a one-state purist. That's what's happening here.
humane, and unfortunately, they're too humane. The Jews are
Yes,
too humane.
too
In fact,
humane,
the Jews
They're
brought
so humane.
slave morality to the world.
It sounds humane.
unfortunately. But let me explain something to you, Ben. Is that when I have a
That's
people, if I
actually
were
Nazi propaganda that you're quoting. That
No, no,
slave
slave
mentality,
morality-
that comes from
slave morality. Slave
it comes
morality
from
is
the
what they
National Socialist Party.
No, it comes from Christianity. It comes from slave morality is a
What's
Jew.
wild about what Hormaxer is saying? Can you imagine this coming out? If someone said this about anyone else, any other group of people, you know, if they were talking to like some like neo-Nazi guy and he's saying this about like Jews, you know, like, I want them all taken out and all this stuff. Okay, people say, "Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You can't say that." You know,
Jewish invention.
I
It comes-
understand that you say it comes from Christianity, but the
True.
first person to use the term slave morality
No, I'm not.
were the National Socialists.
No,
That's
no.
definitely true.
Nietzsche was using slave morality well before that.
Okay,
and he
yeah,
was a
right.
German.
And he was a
And he
big
was a German.
inspiration for
Yeah,
the.
and he didn't like the
National
Germans, though. His sister did, but he didn't like Germans. And he would have
And
been
also
appalled by
the term dysgenic comes from National Socialism, in which it
Right.
got its,
Ben,
got its
Ben,
ideas
Ben,
from America.
Ben,
Eugenics.
Ben, you can barely walk. Are you dysgenic?
I'm saying that term
Are you
comes
dysgenic?
from
Are you dysgenic, Ben? You can't.
eugenics, the eugenics
Okay,
movement.
but
which
Ben,
the
you are a grown man,
National
Ben.
Socialists
Okay,
were the number one
Okay, that's
proponents
right.
of.
Ben, you
Ben can't even get out of a chair. He might be dysgenic. Has been dysgenic. He can't get out of a chair, so therefore he is. Makes sense to me.
you are a grown man that can't cook or feed himself. You have a back you can barely walk.
I'm saying I don't know why you get upset if you.
I'm not
say,
upset, I'm asking
what is
you
there
a
more to
question,
say?
but I'm
You
asking you
believe in
to-
ethnic cleansing and genocide.
Well, I believe in the ethnic cleansing of the people that would do it to
Okay,
you.
so I agree that you believe in that.
So a
I agree
person
that that
let's
is
say,
the
Ben,
root of
okay,
Zionism.
okay,
So what is
Ben,
the
but let's say-
controversy?
But Ben,
Now,
let's
so
say, okay,
then if we
no,
go from
no,
there, either you're going to be able to pull that off, or you're going to get wiped out in trying to do so. I
Okay,
think
so
that's fairly
and,
true.
and if it wasn't for Iran, do you think Israel would attack Iran
You
if it
think
wasn't
that's
for
true?
them? Wait,
You think
no,
that's true?
no, I don't. Do you
Okay,
think? Ben,
what do you think
no,
is wrong about that? Either
You
you're going
have
to be
a
able to
weird-
pull that off, or you're
Yeah.
going to probably get wiped out
Okay,
in
well,
failing to pull
my
that
first
off.
question
Right?
is: Israel has no interest of attacking anybody unless they want to be attacked or killed.
That's the end of the
The
conversation
Iranian,
for me.
no, it's not. No, it's not. You're a moron. The
I
Iranian
think the
regime.
chance of pulling that off is
What
very
is
low.
Iran?
You
What
think
is
it's very
Iran?
high.
Oh, he's getting fired up. Get fired up.
Has Iran been chanting for the last 46 years, Ben? Debt to America and debt to the Jews. Debt to the big Satan and debt to the little Satan. So you would be better under Iranian regime. You would like to live under that.
As opposed to
Because
a
they-
Zionist regime? Yeah.
Well, no,
definitely.
because Iran would love to.
Well, what you're going to get there is like Islam and a lot of Islam, which honestly I think Ben would like. Why hasn't Ben just gone Muslim? He would love that.
To use a nuclear weapon on America. If they could, they would love it.
The last regime I would want to live under is a Zionist regime.
Okay, well, too bad. Get used to Jewish supremacy. And,
Yeah,
if
we'll
you leave,
see,
it,
we'll
leave
see.
the Jews alone,
We'll
then
see.
you call them, like Iranians or whoever
We'll
they
see.
are, need to
We'll
leave
see.
the Jewish people alone. Don't fuck
You're
with the
saying
Jews.
that the Zionists will conquer the entire world.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that the ones that choose to
Well-
kill Jews are going to be conquered.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyone who pisses you off, you will kill.
Well,
Okay, so
I think
that's
I think
eventually going to be the
ones-
whole
Ben, it's-
world.
Yeah, but no.
Or we'll have
Ben,
round two of what happened in the
Ben,
middle of last
Ben-
century.
I got
I got a little cleansing 2.0. By the way, shout out to everyone in the chat here. Definitely appreciate you guys hanging around. Have a good time here. Alex Shield Jones, Bruce, greatest ally Israel. Hey, we're talking a lot about you here today. Mackenzie, Moon Soon, and Victorian Greyjoy. Thank you all so much. We got plenty more to go through here. Moon Soon says, seeing you here and there, your regarded definition of an orbiter. If that is that towards me? Well, I mean, I've been pretty clear about what I do here. If you don't like it, I mean, hey, you're welcome to stay. Hey, it's cool. Yeah. Anyway,
And
Ben,
we'll rinse
Ben,
and
okay,
repeat, and
let me
you'll
ask
say,
you a
like, that
question,
wasn't fair.
Ben, do you think the Germans are going to defeat Israel today? Do you think the British are going to defeat Israel today? Do you think the French are going to
What do
defeat
you- what do you
Israel?
mean, are they
No,
defeated?
the same
They're not at
countries
war.
that want to attack.
They're not
Because
at war.
Israel is not going
Sure.
to attack other countries. Israel
If the
wasn't
nations-
Attacked Iran. They
if the
just
nations
attacked
of
Iran.
Yes,
Europe
they did
wanted to
attack Iran,
defeat-
but excuse me, Grace. Excuse me, dummy. Iran
hey. You just said Israel's not going to attack other countries. They clearly attack other countries.
Iran. They
If the
just
nations
attacked
of
Iran.
Europe
they did
wanted to
attack Iran,
defeat-
but excuse me, Grace. Excuse me, dummy. Iran has started a war firing with all their proxies since 2023, firing into Israel and
Yeah,
fighting
Why
them
that-
off.
think the
that's
nation
kind of
of
like my
Israel
approach,
would put
Alex.
itself against
Question.
Israel would win? Yes.
Shut up, Ben. No,
Yes,
no.
it would.
So you think the French could beat Israel? That's very funny. But anyway, Grace, why do you believe that Iran didn't
Sure, they're
attack
a much
Israel?
larger country.
Wait.
with
Why do you believe, Grace,
nuclear
that
weapons.
Iran, wait, I'm asking your daughter a question, not you, Ben. Why do you believe that Iran didn't attack Israel?
Because Israel said they were preemptively striking. So
Yes, they
Iran didn't
preemptively
attack
strike
them.
the hide. Yes, they do. They have proxies. They're
Israel
called
started it.
they're called Hamas. They're called Hezbollah. And they're called the Houthis.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, Iran funds Hamas, funds all those people, man.
in Yemen. All Iranian proxies.
Is
are-
Israel? an
Oh,
American?
you're talking about McKinsey. Oh, okay. Well, I like everyone here in the chat. You guys are doing great. Hey, here, everyone's welcome. Just about.
American proxy?
No.
No. What makes a proxy a proxy?
Well, Israel.
You fund
has-
it. You give it.
Wait. Go back. Did it say is America Israel's proxy? Because it would be.
The Houthis in Yemen. All Iranian proxies.
Is
are-
Israel an American proxy?
Oh,
No.
yes. Absolutely it is. Yeah. Our greatest ally. Greatest ally, Israel. Are you America's proxy? Or is America Israel's proxy? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
No.
What makes a proxy a proxy?
Well, Israel.
You fund
has-
it. You give it military intelligence. You right.
Right. But the difference is, see, Hamas has a charter to kill Jews worldwide, and so does Iran and the Islamic regime. So
Not
you
true.
two are in line. Yes, it does. I can bring it up right now. Do I need to bring up the Hamas charter, Ben?
You said it's more. You said more than that, and it's not true.
Yeah,
it's okay. I get it. Through propaganda and like whatever screaming on the internet,
Grace, I'm just curious.
You can get you can
no, I'm not going to affect
genocide and ethnic cleansing.
I'm just curious. Does Grace know how retarded her father really is? Do you know how retarded you and your father are, Grace?
I don't think it's going very well, and I think it's going to get.
Oh, this debate's going so well for Hormaxer. Now he has to call them retards. Great. Okay.
Worse and worse.
Grace,
and the last time we talked,
that you don't even think Iran ever attacked Israel. They're called all those are Iranian missiles from Yemen, from Hezbollah in Lebanon,
it's not the same
and Hamas is funded.
But so it's just propaganda.
So it's propaganda.
When Israel flies an F-15 over Tehran, is that an American plane or is that an Israeli plane?
It depends on how you look at it. Most of all the newer planes, the F-35s, are called the Adirs, which have been stripped and gutted by the Israelis. So they're half American and half Jewish. All the tech is pulled out of that.
Hey, if they want to buy our stuff, man, I'd rather just not be involved. But whatever. Well, damn it. There's no way out. There's no way out. Oh God.
Like you.
All the tech is pulled out.
You're gonna have to figure out which one you are at some point.
I know what I am.
I know what I am.
You're a loser. A loser.
I think eventually we're going to say to people like you, if you want to go do your right of return, go do it, but don't do it here and don't do it on our dime.
Well, see, Ben, nobody's paying for Israel. You're not, Ben. You're too broke to pay for anybody. You have nothing to do with Israel. You're not paying any taxes.
We'll see. Maybe you can keep lying and manipulating.
You don't keep employment, so please don't start your goyim shekels that you're sending to Israel. I've heard it all before.
I don't want my sons going to.
I know. Don't worry. Your sons are too much of losers.
See, I could agree with Ben. Yeah, I don't want my son going to fight some stupid war either.
Making the life.
You don't have any sons, do you?
Yeah, thank God
in America,
I would not want to have a family.
Mackenzie cheerleads me, Moonsoon. She cheerleads me. And that's cool. I appreciate that.
Go to war. They send the goy. And the goy eventually
your genetic lineage
are not into it once they figure out what's going on. And then there's a big problem.
I know, right, Ben? That's just like a loser playing the Jews for everything. Like your retard daughter that shakes her head.
It's anti-Semitic to say she's a retard. Throw your son's lives away on behalf of this fucking stupid idea. Right, then you get into name calling and all the rest. And
I'm not name calling. I'm just saying, first of all,
I look forward to the day when this country says, of you people, Zionists, get the fuck out of here and don't.
Man. All right. I like this.
Back.
Good luck with that one. Good. I know that's what you'd like to see, and that's why we're going to eradicate.
Are they signing off?
Right. I know that's
just like you. So let's see who wins, Ben, because you're too stupid to win.
We'll see.
If the Jews can take on the country,
when the goy rise up,
come on, big
solidarity,
come on, bring it to the Jews.
People like you.
Come on,
it doesn't go well.
Bring it to Israel. Let's see what you got. Go ahead. Where do you come from?
It's up to you what you want to do.
What the fuck is Norway going to do? Come on, Ben. What the fuck do you people do over there? Plant yogurt? What do you turn some yogurt? What do you?
What is Horvaxer even saying now?
Could go and plant some yogurt.
Well, I think we all know what the Germans did. I think we all know what the Northern Europeans did.
I thought you were Nordic, Ben. When's the last time you heard of a Nordic country on the world stage?
Well, in the 40s, as I think you well know, there was a bit of a conflagration.
What are you doing now, Ben? What is your country's doing now? Where are they on the world stage? Are they there?
Hoping that that doesn't have to happen again.
No, well, I think the Israelis
becoming increasingly suspicious that.
Well, but you can tell let the Vikings invade Israel, then, Ben. Good luck to you. Good luck.
History repeats itself.
I know. Well, bring it to Israel then. Go
There's
ahead.
Only so much you can take before you say.
Israel has. Hey Ben, for people like you, Israel has thermonuclear weapons. If a country like England ever wanted theoretically ever started up, no, it's not maybe they have them, and they would just blow the shit out of all of Europe, just destroy it.
Yeah, maybe, and that would be the stupidest thing anyone's ever done.
Well, for people like you that's saying we're going to get the Jews and we're coming back for you, that's why Israel is there, baby. Turn and burn, sit and burn. Ben,
can I ask you a question?
How's it going?
Can I ask a question?
Why don't you go over there? Would you fly over there?
Going good. Sure.
Would you fly over there? You would fly to Tel Aviv?
Well, I can't right now because it's closed.
No, you wouldn't.
Well,
no, you wouldn't because it's unsafe.
Well, I can't because Ben Gurion is closed during the war.
Then why is it closed? If it's such a great haven for Jews, why can't?
Well, Ben, see what you're going to get with it.
Semi-hairy, bizarro Jew go get safe over there because Ben Thorps threatening him.
Ben,
why can't
Ben, you are not threatening. Ben, come on, let's get real. You're not threatening to anybody.
Well, you said if the goy rise up.
Yeah, well, you're the ones.
Let's take a look at this. Iran's supreme leader vows to never surrender. America will pay the price. This is 12 hours ago.
صهیونی یک اشتباه بزرگی که
Wait. The Zionist enemy
صهیونی
has made a
اشتباه
grave
بزرگی
mistake,
کرده،
committed a
یک
grave
جنایت
crime,
بزرگی رو مرتکب شده
and should be
و
punished.
باید مجازات بشه و داره
And is
مجازات
being
میشه.
punished.
همین حالا داره
He's
مجازات
getting punished right now.
مجازاتی که
And a
ملت
punishment that
ایران و
Iran
نیروهای
nation
مسلح
and our
ما
armed forces have
برای این دشمن خبیث
inflicted on this
انجام
evil
دادن و
enemy.
دارن انجام میدن و برای آینده برنامه دارن مجازات
And
سختی
are
است.
inflicting on it and have plans for the future is
دچار
a
ضعف
severe
کرده. همینی هم
punishment,
که
weakened,
دوستان
and all that stuff.
آمریکاییش
Their
وارد
American
صحنه
friends are
میشن و
entering
حرف
the
میزنن.
scene
نشانه ضعف او نشانه ناتوانی اوست.
and speaking are a sign of its weakness.
مطلب آخر هم این که اخیراً رئیس جمهور
But the
آمریکا
president of the United
زبان
States
به
has
تهدید
recently
گشوده.
opened his
ما رو
mouth to
تهدید
threaten us.
هم تهدید میکنه
Is both threatening
هم
and
با
with
یک
a
بیان
ridiculous
سخیف
and
و غیر
unacceptable
قابل
statement
قبولی
calling on the
از
Iranian
ملت
nation.
ایران صریحاً میخواد که بیایید تسلیم
Well, I don't think Trump's going to back down either. That's the thing, too. Trump, you're not supposed to get involved in wars. What the fuck, dude? God damn it. Yeah. Well, Iranians are Persian, yeah.
من بشید. وقتی انسان این چیزها رو مشاهده میکنه
They're I thought they were well, I know they're not Arab. I've heard they were Aryans, but anyway.
واقعا تعجب میکنه. اولا تهدید رو به کسی بکنن که از تهدید اونها میترسه. ملت ایران نشان داده که در مقابل تهدید کنندگان
The face
دچار
of
ترس
threat
نمیشه
from menaces,
و
and
لا
do
تهینوا
not be
ولا
humiliated
تحزنوا
and do not
وأنتم
grieve.
الأعلون
You are the
إن كنتم
ones
مؤمنين.
who declare
این رو بهش ملت ایران معتقده.
believers. Okay.
تهدید تأثیر نمیگذاره در رفتار ملت ایران، در اندیشه ملت ایران. ثانیاً
Telling the Iranian nation to come and surrender is not a wise thing to do.
حرف عاقلانه ای نیست. افراد با خرد که
People with
می‌شناسن ایران رو،
wisdom who
می‌شناسن
know
ملت
Iran and the
ایران،
nation of Iran and the
می‌شناسن
history
تاریخ ایران رو،
of
هر
Iran
کسی
would
این حرف رو
never
بر
utter
زبان
such a word.
جاری نمی‌کنن. تسلیم چی بشن؟
Surrender to
ملت ایران
what?
تسلیم شدنی
The
نیست.
Iranian nation cannot be surrendered.
ما تعرض به کسی نکردیم.
Oh shit, dude! It sounds like it's gonna be all out war.
و به هیچ وجه تعرض احدی رو هم قبول نمی‌کنیم و تسلیم تعرض هیچ کس نمیشیم. این منطق ملت ایرانه، این رویه ملت ایران. و البته آمریکایی‌ها،
Americans, of course,
اونهایی که
those familiar
با
with
سیاست‌های
the
این
politics
منطقه
of
آشنا هستن
the region
می‌دانند
know
که ورود آمریکا
that
در این
America's
قضیه
involvement in this is
100% به
100%
ضرر اوست.
to its detriment.
اونچه که او در این زمینه ضربه خواهد خورد به مراتب بیشتر است
They'll suffer a
از
lot.
اونچه که ایران ممکنه صدمه بخوره. صدمه آمریکا اگر ورود در این میدان بشه، ورود نظامی در این میدان بکنه، صدمه
All right, that's pretty much it. Well, from what I understand, what Trump said that I don't know if this is true or not, that we know where he's hiding, and that we could take him out at any moment, but we haven't yet. But could be a lot of posturing. I mean, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of posturing and bluffing, and it's a poker match, man. But instead of cards, people's lives, man. It's people's lives. All right, let's finish this.
Saying that they want to.
Well, you're not going to have a place to fly to.
We're going to get to the goal.
You're safer here.
You're saying
Would you admit that you're safer at Jack? What is it, Reed Airport in Vegas than you are in Ben Gurion? Would you at least admit that tonight? You as a Jew are safer in Las Vegas than in Tel Aviv.
Not
That's right.
necessarily. I've seen the college campuses here. I've seen what you really
Not
think.
necessarily.
Yeah, that's true. You should be concerned.
Grace,
you should be
hey,
concerned.
Grace, take your fucking smile off your face, cunt.
Take the smile off your face.
Whack both of you out. You want to try me, Grace, with you and your father?
Oh, what? You're going to beat up Grace too?
You could get in the ring, Grace. You like money?
Wait,
cunt?
can I just ask
You're
you a
going to fight
question?
a goy and his daughter?
Hey, cunt, you like money, right, cunt? Because if you don't like money, I'll take your super chats from you. I'm going to show you how Jewish I am, Grace. I'm going to teach you a good Jewish lesson. Yeah.
Your Jewishness is
Yeah.
scary.
Ben,
You know, if you really want to show you're Jewish, then you say, I know people in the publishing industry. I know people who are on the YouTube. They'll
I'll
shut
just
you down.
Ben, if I ever thought you were a threat or any which way, I would take you out myself. You're not. You're a loser that's sitting there with
I
his
think you should-
daughter
I think
talking
you should
about Ruby
replace-
all day. That's what you
I
talk
think
about
you should
Ruby all
replace
day.
I think you should replace the
Loser,
flamingo
Ben.
with an Israeli,
Ben.
with like an Israeli F-15.
Ben, you're a guy, you sit there with your daughter and you talk about a drug addict all day. You're a sad, pathetic man, Ben. You're a sad, you have a small
You
cock,
talking about
Ben.
Ruby?
You have a small cock, Ben. It doesn't work. Your daughter's a loser. Your children are losers. You have lost in life,
Hey,
Ben.
buddy. Hey, buddy.
You
hey,
lost
buddy.
everything,
hey, buddy,
Grace. You're
buddy.
done, Ben.
Hey,
You're
buddy.
homeless.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'd ease off insulting me because I saw your house, your whole house, and I don't think you want to go there, buddy. I don't think you want to.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait. Is Grace going to show us Hormaxer's house? Do we have footage?
Let's
I'd
Let's
ease
go.
off. I'd ease
let's
off.
go, cunt.
What?
I'd ease
Is that-
off. Hey,
well,
I'd ease off.
Grace, if you want to go tit for tat, I'll make you so sorry you ever opened your mouth. It'll be the last thing you ever.
Whoa. You have to get in line. And I don't think you can hit her any harder than her dad has hit her, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Grace, go ahead. Tell everybody about my house. Go ahead.
Hey,
Come on.
I said I'm not interested in going there. I just want to.
Well, what about it? What about it? You came in my house
Yeah. This stream is kind of interesting, Bruce.
and slept, you fucking loser cunt.
I did. I appreciate it.
You fucking loser cunt.
I think she's being
You-
bad. Yes.
Do you think you and your father want to have business with me? Do you want to have business between me and you? Because we could do it, Grace.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you're the one
Anal
implying.
sex?
No, you're the one implying.
Maybe.
We can make it happen, Grace.
Make what happen? I honestly don't know.
Well, I don't know what you're implying about my house.
Nothing.
Well, you seem to imply something, so
She
let's
is
get it
implying
out.
something.
was-
I agree.
Well, Grace, Hormaxer has a house, but what do you have? Do you have a house? Do you? You're living in a little studio thing. You're not really supposed to be living it. You have an RV.
It was a very nice house, and I appreciated staying over. Thank you.
Well, no, that's not what you're implying because you're a cunt. So let's get it out. Let's get it out in the open. Let's put it out in the open. Stop being a fucking
really do
cunt.
think-
Come on, cunt.
Yeah, I
Come on,
agree,
you smelly
Grace.
cunt. Come on, cunt.
The
Come on.
man
I don't
offered
know.
you to sleep over his
and
house.
I appreciated it. It was very nice.
Come on,
So he wants
cunt.
to insult
Let's
everything
go
about
there
me.
because I will teach you a lesson the likes you've never seen. So let's go. Go ahead.
What,
I
if
don't
she-
have
Everybody
anything
about
to
my house.
say.
If
At
she
least I have a
criticizes
house,
your
Grace.
cleaning
At least
habits,
I
you're
have a
gonna
house,
teach her a
Grace.
lesson, which was
At
I
least
don't
I-
have anything to say.
What is that? A living room?
You have a
Just
cloud
messing with
shitter. No, I don't think it didn't sound that way, Grace. But you could bring it up.
Just messing with you. I don't have anything to say.
What if she
I was
didn't
waiting
think
for
your
her to say
house was whatever? Who cares?
Well, that's fine. She could say whatever. I mean, you live in a fucking
You're
RV.
a bachelor, right? You're a bachelor, so maybe it's kind of bachelory.
Well, you live in a cloud with an RV with a clogged shitter.
Why is he so pissy about that?
So where's the?
Lock.
What? Does he
Well,
live with his
you're-
mom?
you know,
For
I-
real?
Okay, so you can always call up. You live in shit, Ben. Who is this fucking cunt to even implement when you're living in a bowl full of shit?
that is true. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be throwing stones if you live in an RV with a clogged up shitter.
Yeah, she implied something.
Yeah,
so I'd
that's
like to
not
know what
right.
it is.
You gotta get it out of her.
I
I'm
got
welcome
nothing to
if
say.
you-
I got nothing to say. I got
Well,
nothing to say.
obviously you do, Grace. So let's get
Clogged
out.
shitter. I'm just
Well, okay.
yapping because I feel insecure. I got nothing to say.
Well, what about it? What if she said your house is a kind of a shithole? What about
She
it?
could say whatever she'd like.
All right, yeah. I don't know what she's saying, but who cares if it was kind of a shithole? Whatever. I don't know.
See, you fail in streaming, Ben.
You're a
You and your-
bachelor, so it would be bachelory, maybe.
You and your daughter make poor decisions, and I'm sorry that
Poor decision.
I'm sure that's
Grace, it's
Not- doesn't go
2:30
through your
in the
mind
morning.
too
Can
much.
we end this?
Yes.
you can leave whenever you want.
No,
I can wait for you.
Maxer, we
Thank you
appreciate
very
coming out.
much.
It was good. It was fun. It was
Okay.
Heil
Oh, wow, you bored them.
Yahoo.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
Hell, net Yahoo. Okay, that was good.
Take
That was a nice little spicy debate between Ben and Hormaxter. You know what the subject matter of this... Well, hold on. I'm covered here. But the subject matter of this stream, I want to stream some more. But for YouTube algorithm purposes, I may want to start up a new stream just to section off that whole thing. But before we do, I suppose let's get it out of our system. Let's get the Jew stuff out of our system. And then, where are we going next as far as content wise? We stream some more tonight. We could do more Thorpe stuff. We can go back in the past and check out some stuff from Naptown. We can take a look at, I guess, Becky's thing. I guess we can look at that for a little bit. You know. Shimu, the only thing Ben and I agree on is Israel, probably. Yeah. Hey, sometimes, yeah. Right?
Shake it, baby.
Oh, thanks
Just
for the
for
two.
being Sir Deadman.
Thank you. Thank you for the $2. Well, that gets us closer to the onion eating. Look, the 10 memberships is just not going to happen. All right. I don't think that's going to happen. We're not getting 10 memberships. So, well, we'll have to alter the goal there. And Kasparian versus Zionist. Oh, here's more. Oh, let's do that. Then let's keep it on this stream then. I don't have to change it then. Hey, we're going to stay with that. Well, actually, hold on. I will do that. I will start the stream again. And there's reasons. Okay. But yeah, we'll do the Pierce Morgan and a Kasparian thing. Let's do that. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break, take a piss, come back, and the stream will be ready to go. Don't let them make fun of you, Mackenzie. You're smart. All right. I'll be right back.